I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Breakfast Club of Boxing as GTO, Instagram, and just a lot of it's the passion, man. And we're here to talk about the big fight. Super duper, big fight. We are live and taking phone calls.
Boxing Voice. Ayo Ness, roll up the Hardin. I just landed at Reed, I'm trying party. Roll up. Shout out to I mean. We rollin' permanent marker. Be careful, this jabber stain you like a permanent marker. Size them up, then back them down. Vander Holyfield posture. All these other shows frauds. We the real, they imposters. We got like 2 phones lit. I'm on my 2-tone-ish. Let's drop the line up. We got Bill Haney on the list. Whether it's X or Discord, hit the line, the floor is yours. You ain't feeling my opinion? We can meet at Border Wars. Throw you straight and I'ma slip. Throw my straight, you know it's lit. I take this rollie off my wrist and throw some gloves on this. I throw some gloves on this and turn the money made. Hit the subscribe button, it's free and you can join the day. And hit that champ level. Appreciate it. We live every day, twice a day. We stay dedicated. This the Boxing Voice. No better way to start your day. If it's hot, we got the drop, and that's each and every day. Whether you on the West Coast or the East, press play. 6 a.m. or 9 a.m., we'll get you through your day. This the Boxing Voice. No better way to start your day. If it's hot, we got the drop, and that's each and every day. Whether you on the West Coast or the East, press play. They tuning in from New York all the way to the UK.
This is just too easy. It's like taking candy from a baby.
What up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs. Solo Dolo Scarface, no Manolo. We're here to discuss the latest news, courtesy of YSM Media. Sat down with Khalil Coe from New Jersey, who labels Brian Norman Jr. one-dimensional. So we're going to go ahead and break down the interview, the obviously the things that Cole said, reasons why he believes Norman is one-dimensional, and the reason why he believes Devin will win via decision. So this is something we're going to be talking about right here on TBV. If you're interested, feel free to call in. We're also going to be having Brian Norman Jr. on the show in about 20 minutes if all goes well. So once again, if you want to ask him a question, you know what to do. Send that over on our Patreon page or our YouTube community page, where you can drop Brian a question. I will ask him your question, tell him it was you, and everybody's happy, man. So you can do that on the community page on YouTube, or you can do that on our Patreon page. Either way is all good. Yeah, man. We are just sending him all the links, you know, so that he can provide his audience with the information when he jumps on, and if he's going to hopefully share. But, yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about. Khalil Coe and his assessment, analyzing Brian Norman Jr. Khalil Coe claims that Norman is one-dimensional. So we'll see, man, because obviously people are calling Haney an elite boxer. So we'll dive into Cole's analysis and get right into it. But for those that don't know and have been living under a rock, Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. is official. It's going to be a welterweight clash, no catch weights, no rehydration. And that fight will be taking place in November Riyadh season on what is said to be a jam-packed card. Now, obviously, Khalil Coe's very bold statements are upsetting some and getting one particular fan base happy, right? Because this was a video done on YSM Media, so, you know, he has a lot of Boots fans. That comment section is on fire. But, you know, Cole says that Norman is one-dimensional, saying that he relies on his power and that he's, you know, doesn't have the best of feet. So it's the same story over and over, but we've been here before, right? Like, people see things in certain fighters and believe that's how you beat them. For instance, Canelo's been declining for the last 7 fights, yet no one's beat him, you know? So it's just something to think about, but I don't know that we can get hung up on it, right? We haven't seen Brian Norman's feet to know whether or not he doesn't have feet. But Cole believes that Haney's jab and movement and the ring IQ is going to neutralize Norman's aggression, leading to a unanimous decision. Cole even suggested Haney's experience against elite fighters like Vasyl Lomachenko, Regis Prograis give him the edge over Brian Norman. However, Cole does question whether Haney can earn the respect of Brian Norman with his power. And obviously, he keeps mentioning the mental impact of the Garcia knockout, which, yes, I'm repeating what Cole is saying, knowing that it wasn't a knockout, but it's just quite interesting to see an entire world view that fight as a knockout for Haney. You know, it's sad because I wonder how a guy like, you know, gets credit, right? Like you're getting up time after time, but for some reason that fight is remembered as a knockout where you allegedly didn't get up, which is strange. But, you know, what sort of mental impact does that have on him? From listening to the interview, though, Cole just simply believes that that left hook opportunity is never going to be there for anyone else. You know, he just says, bro, Haney learned from that. He said Haney was already a great boxer, then he got caught, so now he's just more alert is how, you know, Cole puts it. He thinks after Haney going through what he went through, he's just going to be too alert to get caught with anything. You know, he praised Haney for his conditioning in the Ramirez fight. So, yeah, I don't know that Cole believes Norman can win outside of the power. Again, he is picking Haney by decision. But Norman is on a knockout streak. He did Robert Garcia train fighter Giovanni Stantilliang dirty. That is the 2024 KO of the year. There's an argument now that the Jin Sasaki knockout this year is another candidate for knockout of the year. In between that, he made Derek Cuevas quit after being hit by a left hook. But, you know, the argument is, can Norman's aggression and his ability, you know, lead him to be able to land that big shot on the multi-dimensional, since Khalil Coe is calling Norman one-dimensional. Can he land that right hand or left hook on the multi-dimensional Devin Haney, right? Obviously, to me, I think that Brian Norman possesses ring IQ, showing improvement fight after fight since the Boca Chica fight, hooking with a hooker in the Cuevas fight, you know, out-dogging the dog in Giovanni, and then becoming the road warrior of our generation. Shout out Glenn Johnson. I think he's on a high. I think he's got a momentum. And you know what? We actually posted a clip on our Instagram where he said this quote. So we'll pull that up and just show you, you know, his mindset. It's a collaboration post. Shout out Sports Portal. But as you can see, he says, even if he's gun shy or whatever, you could never fault his heart. Why does he need to fight me? I just came off the biggest knockout of my career, possibly knockout of the year. My momentum is going high. Why does he need to fight me? So no matter what, I know he got heart. He got dog in him. So shout out to Norman, that isn't overlooking Haney whatsoever. But this is what we're talking about. We're breaking down that interview with Khalil Coe, and if all goes well, we'll have our own interview with Brian Norman Jr. Again, it's simple. Boxer versus puncher. Haney has to use his jab to control the distance, circle away from Norman's left hook, because that's what Haney, has showed issues with. And just avoid trading shots in those close quarters. Keep Norman at the end of your jab. And for Norman, he's got to cut the ring off. He's got to limit the amount of space that Haney has to move. He's got to make it uncomfortable, claustrophobic-like, Got to target that body of Haney so that he can't move as well as he's going to be moving in the beginning of the fight. Slow him down, really target the body, right? So that Haney eventually puts those hands down. Then the left hook will be there to the top. We'll see. You got to always factor in that uppercut of Brian Norman Jr. He loves throwing that uppercut, left hook combination. But he definitely seems that he needs to be planted to do that. But yeah, we want to take some callers. If you want to call in, we still got time before Norman jumps on the show. So you can request to speak on Discord, or you can do the same on X Spaces. If you're on X Spaces, go ahead and give me a retweet, repost. If you're watching on X Live streaming video, formerly known as Twitter, go ahead and give me a retweet, repost. That's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to, put this episode in the eyes of boxing fans that don't know we rock out every single day, multiple times a day, bringing you the latest and greatest interviews and news and notes. But if you want to call in, once again, Discord is available. And we are available to take your call. If you're a Patreon or you're a YouTube member, take advantage of your membership. Head on over to Patreon or YouTube members and drop a question for Brian Norman Jr. in case he does join us. You obviously get an opportunity to ask him a question as part of your membership to the channel. We also were able to get that interview done with Regis Prograis. I've sent that to the editor, so that'll be out maybe 24 hours. He also gave his breakdown of Devin Haney and Brian Norman, as well as Crawford and Bud. The same person, Crawford and Canelo. I do that often, huh? I am putting those links in the live chat and on Twitch. We also have a poll. Is Brian Norman one-dimensional? 19% say yes, power only. 38% say no, he's versatile. 35% say somewhat limited. 8% say elite all around. Salute to everybody that voted on the poll. We got D, welcome to the prospect level. And we got Lil Zooted on that champ level with the $2. He says, Africa in the mother effing house with the house emoji. South African flag emoji. Nigerian flag emoji. And I want to say that's Ghana. Or maybe Africa. Not sure. Flag. All right. We got H-Town. What up?
What up, Nez? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Man, haters gonna hate, man. Khalil Coe, Nat King Cole, Michael Cole. I don't care, man. Brian Norman's gonna remove that body from Soul, dog. He's gonna be knocked out. Hey, these dudes are haters, bro. call this young explosive man flat-footed, all this. Come on, man. That's crazy. Hey, man, but to be serious, man, hey, justice for Devin. Devin didn't knock nobody down. That's all lies. We all know Devin can't knock nobody down, so that's lies, bro. So justice for Devin. Hey, man, we don't need no drama before the fight. Stay out of trouble. You need to make this fight, Devin. I'm out.
All right. I mean, the fight's made. Fight is made. If you're trying to call in, Discord available. Links are in the live chat. Free to call. Anybody can call. Voice your opinion. Let us know what you think. Khalil Coe, light heavyweight out of New Jersey, claiming that Brian Norman Jr. is one-dimensional. We got Nike Hendricks.
Yo, you got me?
Loud in.
Shouts out to the boxing voice, man. Shouts out to you, Ness. Hey, I just want to say I'm glad we got this fight. And my last caller, man. Hey, man, I love the hate he always give on my guy Haney. What's his name again? Who that again? The last caller?
That was H-Town.
H-Town, yeah, that's the H-Town. Shouts out to you, man. We love the hate, man. We don't discredit the hate. The hate what fuels us around here. And nobody else can really hate on Devin, man. I seen your short, Ness, and it's right, bro. Like, I ain't gonna bring the name up because this ain't his show, but Devin fought all the people we wanted him to fight or the people that's on this hit list he went after. So, y'all just respect the young man and what he doing out here. And it's in November, right? But we ain't got a date?
Yeah, I'm being told 22nd, though.
Okay. So November, and we gonna see, whenever the date come out on that date, but we know it's in November. The young King Devin Haney going up to be a 3-division champion, fighting the dangerous Brian Norman with a left hook that's not tainted, that's not, messed with or anything. It's a left hook that's clean, It ain't fucked up. So we gonna see what's going down, man. Shouts out to the boxing voice. I'm gonna keep listening in. That's my call.
All right, champ. All right. We are live and taking calls. If you want to call in, you know what to do. Discord available. X Spaces. We got Jay Brooklyn. Jay Brooklyn. Jay Brooklyn. All right, we're going to double back to him. Huang out of Houston.
TBV, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man, I can't say Brian Norman Jr. is one-dimensional, man. One thing about TBV, and that's why I like with these dudes that they just wasn't on nobody's radar, all of a sudden it's on everybody's radar. Because I remember we talking about Brian Norman Jr. 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And didn't nobody think he was, especially after that Quentin, what's his name? Quentin Richardson, something like that?
Quentin Randall.
Dude from Houston. Quentin Randall. As soon as that fight happened, man, we kind of shit on him. And he ain't straight away. He came over here and got on the show right afterwards and, took the criticism like a champ. But we've been watching him for a while. And we see some skills, so the TBV listeners know he got skills. I mean, he ain't no freaking Floyd Mayweather. I mean, we ain't going that crazy, right? But the man got some skills, and now we know for sure he got some power. So, I can't agree with Khalil Coe on that one, but shout out to Leo Wayside. She had me laughing. But yeah, man. I think we're gonna see something different. You know what I'm saying? Out I don't think this is gonna be like what you would call it, like a master class for Dev, because I feel like Brian Norman Jr. gonna bring something different to frustrate him. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can cut the ring off. That's if you can cut the ring off, you got a shot at Dev. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that Lomachenko was good at. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko know how to cut that ring off, and that's why he gave Dev some problems. You know what I'm saying? I still think Dev beat him, but he gave Dev some problems. So I don't know, man. I'm excited for this fight, man. I hate that we gotta wait so long for it, but hey, that's what we gotta do in boxing. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Dev, man. Shout out to you, Ness. Another show for the day. I'm still at work. I've been here since 6:30 in the morning, and I'm still here, baby, at 6:30 at night. And you still getting it in too, man. My love and my respect to you, Ness. So shout out TBV, man. Let me get on it. I gotta patch some drywall, man.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. We got a poll right here on our Discord community. Come on over, join the community, and vote on the poll. And we're asking, what is Haney's biggest challenge? Is it Norman's left hook? Is it cutting off the ring? Right? Is it Norman's stamina? Is it mental pressure that Norman would apply? Norman's size? What's going to be Haney's biggest challenge to deal with in this fight? Jay Brooklyn, trying you again.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, what's the word, Ness? First of all, Ness, man, you got to take credit for this fight. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think there's no way this fight would have happened so quick without you doing what you did.
Hey, man, I just need one of them Riyadh Cisa sponsorships. I ain't trying to go to the fight. Just sponsor the little old podcast, man. Get Big Turk on the podcast, man. You there? Uh-oh, they lost him. We need that Riyadh season sponsorship, man. No more bills. We need to get all co-hosts on payroll, man. Where's Big Turk at? Jay Brooklyn, you there or you muted for good? All right. Bo Rogers.
Yo.
You.
That dude talking about, the dude just went off talking about give you the credit. The fight wouldn't happen without you. You did have a lot to do with it. But what happened was that day me and Bill talked, Bill heard it in my voice and knew he was talking to a real one. And he knew I won't lie. He had to take that fight. I put the pressure on Bill. I made Bill stop all that scared thinking that he was thinking and go ahead and man the fuck up. He'll be all right. Hey, Devin gonna be all right. Devin might win this fight. I'm really, I'm breaking tape down. I'm looking at both guys. Both guys got a lot they fight on each other level. Now let me ask you this, man. Who it hurt the most to lose this fight? And who it helped the most?
This hurt Devin the most, I think. If you lose, it hurts you the most.
Even though he moving up and ain't never fought at 147, how you think people
I still think it hurts him because, again, people already don't believe in him. He needs a fight. That's why he's fighting the puncher, to get you to believe in him again.
Like I think I'm looking at it. I'm trying to be as fair as I possibly can. I don't want to act like Brian Norman, God give to the ring. I ain't gonna do that. He ain't showed me that much against the competition. But he has looked good as far as performances go. He looked like the good. What I like about the fight, like I keep repeating, is that I get to see Devin in there with a guy his size, arm length, and young like him, who, if he moving around the ring, a younger guy should be able to have the stamina to keep up with him and get to him. And the game plan.
Answer the questions, man. Answer the questions, man. What is Haney's biggest challenge? Is it Norman's left hook? Norman cutting off the ring? Norman's power? I mean not the power, the stamina, the pressure, the size, what? Look, he done gone, man. You don't even know how to hate you there.
I don't really know. I'm trying to be, straight up. I ain't hating. I'm trying to be straight up. This fight right here is really that difficult to pick. Cause I think the problem. I don't think the left hand gonna be a problem. I think Devin will see that coming. He working on it more than anything. Brian just probably need to put up his guard and just walk it in there. Go on ahead and go get him. But like I said, I would be backing back and seeing if I can do. Devin really know how to box on the front. Can he come forward and box? Can he come and get Brian? Brian. This is
I
gonna be
mean,
scared to throw that.
he went and got
Cause
Regis a little something.
Regis short though, and Regis got shorter arms, and he ain't athletic, and he
It may
don't
feel
move
like
like
it's your
that.
time,
Brian is
but it's not your time.
longer. He is, able to move around a little bit more. So that's what I'm looking at. How the athletic shit gonna play. But it's a good fight. I ain't hating on it. I
All right. We got Biggs. What it do? Biggs, you there? Oh, man. All right. I don't know what's up with Biggs. Trying you again.
Yo, Mike check. Ness, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Uh the question, what's the most difficult thing Devin gotta deal with? I think it might be the left hook. We have yet to see him. I mean, we really didn't get to see too much from Ramirez. So that'll be something good to see him deal with somebody that's athletic that can probably get to him. I think people gotta stop thinking that Devin might run this fight. I don't think that that's a good thing for Brian to have in the camp. Devin might switch it up. We know he got a good clinch game, so he might bring that. He might bring that to the table. Be throwing them elbow. I mean, not elbow, shoulders, dropping that shoulder, doing a lot of clinching on the inside. Probably trying to get up under the hook more than getting away from it. I don't know. I think it's something to see though. I like to see what Brian can do with this skill set. I think I've seen him grow since Boca Chica. Like you said, I've seen him grow since Boca Chica. I see him a lot calmer than he was. But we'll see. We'll see what he do with somebody that can use angles, that can use movement. Man, I
Do you
like the
think
fight. Shout out,
you think
shout
he's
out to
one
you. Shout out to you,
dimensional?
cause
The one
I
dimensional, like
said
Khalil
one
saying?
dimensional, one
Yeah.
dimensional. No, limited. Yeah,
What's the
limited. Yeah.
difference to you?
Well, I haven't seen him go 12 rounds in a while. That's the first thing. Second thing is I haven't. The last time I saw him with somebody that could move a little bit, he kind of gave me Sean Porterish vibes. Like it was a lot. It was real wild. But like I said though, recently I've seen him calm down. But those are people coming towards him though, not somebody that he was coming towards. So we got to see it. We got to
Word.
see it. And like dude, before you said I don't think you made the fight, but we definitely watched this shit materialize right on TBV, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah, no, I'm with y'all. Well, all right, champ. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. More than just one question to answer. If y'all want to make it, a little more fun and have your call be a little extended. Obviously, can Haney's jab and footwork dominate Norman? Is that going to be enough to keep Norman's power at bay? That uppercut left hook combination, man. Are we going to see it? And is Norman going to be able to land it? And would that change the tempo of the fight from the door? Because that two-piece land is going to be some problems. Phone lines are open, though. Discord is available. X Spaces also available. Vega.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, good evening. It's funny, I watched this video earlier and yeah, I didn't expect it to be a topic, but I think it's fitting because we're supposed to have Norman on the show today, right?
Yeah.
Or is that
Maybe he
cool, cool,
canceled.
cool, cool. He said he canceled?
Maybe.
Oh, that's fucked up. I hope not. But yo, doesn't Khalil Coe work with doesn't he do some work in Philly? Like, don't he go to that gym? Like Boots Gym?
I mean, he's in Boots Gym for the interview. I didn't know if he trains
Exactly.
with them or works with them. I'm not sure. I didn't know that. Does he? Because I know you on anything.
Bro, I'm pretty sure. Like, I mean, and he was on the Boots undercard, but I swear I've seen him in the gym, like sparring and stuff. But Khalil Coleman, man, shout out to him and his opinion. But yeah, I think it's biased. I'm not saying there's not truth to what he's saying, but if you listen to what he's doing, right, it's like he's calling homie one dimensional, and then he's talking about how Devin has the Ryan fight in the back of his head, and even makes a reference to it, like being like the big bro, like you can't really if I'm not mistaken, he's like basically comparing to like, you have a big brother and you can't beat him kind of sense. Like, it's there, like, your big bro could beat you. But, is Brian Norman one dimensional? I would say no, but I think it's I compare it to like Teofimo Lopez. They're elite or at their best when someone's coming towards them. What can I judge that off of? What are the two best Brian Norman performances? Santillan, who comes forward, he bloodied him up, gave us a real epic picture stoppage, and then Jin Sasaki, who only knows how to throw right hands from 8 feet away and try to follow it up from there, and he got one shot, dead shot. Grab the stretcher. So that's what Brian Norman's best at. If you watch his other fights, besides the Cuevas fight, he didn't really have guys that were exactly just going, straight in at him. And, that's why though he won decisions, they weren't as exciting nor as one sided as you would hope for. You can say it's because he was young. You could say because he had to gain the experience, he had to learn. But I think it's quite obvious, that's what he's best at. You coming in straight at him in a straight line, like you said, that uppercut, that right uppercut left hook, it's not just sweet, it's money. It's beautiful to watch. The way he commits to it, you can tell that's something that he's been working on for a very, very long time. It looks so accurate and sharp, no wasted movements, just dead on the money. I think the thing with Devin is he's been at the high level, and he didn't just get there, he's been there for years. Um, I don't know if Brian Norman has bad feet, but I know we're gonna find out because Devin he's gonna put it to the test. He has a great jab. I think he got in love with fighting guys that were just smaller. We hear people talk about it all the time. So I think he got just too comfortable standing in the pocket, trying to put on more exciting fights that the people wanted. That's what Devin does, right? That's what you could say. That's something you would and will and are gonna say. Devin wants to appease his fans. That's why he's taking on the undefeated Brian Norman. He was trying to stand there and knock out a Jojo Diaz. He was trying to, make it more exciting with Jorge Linares. Lomachenko, that was a great fight. People always want to talk about how controversial was it. Can y'all just be a fan of boxing and not a hater or a lover of one or the other and just say, man, that was a great fight? That was high speed, high level chess. And Devin was a part of that. He was one of two of the guys in there. The Ryan fight, that was a disaster. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He did not do a good job against Ryan Garcia when it came to that left hook. But if you really look at it, fights are scored round by round. He might have won more rounds than him, but he lost rounds big time. So great fight. Thanks for the show, and I look forward to the interview. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, so it looks like he double booked. He's somewhere else doing the interview. Ouch. Shout out to the little podcast Nest. Blicky. Blicky, you gotta unmute while we wait for him to connect. Smash the thumbs up. Blicky, you gotta unmute. All right, he's gone. Khaled on you.
Yo, Ness.
Uh-huh.
Yo, we live. All right. Is he one dimensional? Uh nah. I've seen him fighting I haven't seen him fight at long range, but I have seen him fighting body to body inside range and also mid range and be a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? Be good. I think the question is, which is a valid question, can he cut the ring off? Only since we haven't seen it. Oh, okay, I bet. Ness. Just come back to me.
All right.
All right.
What up, Brian Norman Sr.?
What's up, big dog? Oh, Khalil Coe, Khalil Coe. Last time I checked, I'm positive he in Philly gym. I'm positive that he up there with Boo. Why is Khalil Coe opinion important? I was already watching this. I had no clue you was interviewing my son tonight. Just let me say that. So I was watching as usual when I was going through and I seen you was live. So I clicked it and I hear what y'all talking about. So I'm like, Khalil.
I mean, Khalil Coe, his opinion is important because it's about your son. This is a super fight, man. Uh-oh. Oh, that's Rico. This is
That
a
B?
super
That's B?
fight. Nah, it's
Oh.
not. It's not.
You say, okay, yeah, it's important because it's about my son, but look at where he at. What you think he gonna say?
So, can you confirm that he's trained by Bozy?
He ain't trained by both, but he's in Philly gym. He up there with Philly. I know he be with Haven Brady. Haven Brady is here from Georgia. He be up in Philly. They hang together. They all hang together. When they on the interview, that's Philly gym in the back. I'm looking at it.
No, I know that's the gym. It's also YSM. I get it.
Right.
But
So when you look at
that
that,
don't automatically make him biased.
look, Haven Brady from Georgia, even he is biased. And he from Georgia. But
But
he
how he
trains up
gonna
there
be
with him.
biased if he from Georgia? He's supposed to be on your
Well,
side.
because no. It don't go that way. You got to understand. The people you train with. We don't train with Haven Brady. We never did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say the people that you align yourself with, and you know what I'm saying, you share the ring with, or you know how it go. Or if you should know how it go, it's just a natural form of reality. That's it. You gonna
So
fit. They're like
so
all the people
so
up there.
so
They
wait.
always. Let me
Are
ask you a
you
question. Wait. Let me say something.
Uh-oh.
Let me say something.
I'm listening.
That's B.
Yeah, that's B.
That's
Rico, I
B.
gotta drop you down. Yep.
I'm gonna get off. I ain't gonna double tap. I'll just clear my time. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right.
Well, let me finish saying what I was saying. Let me
Yeah, say
finish
what you
what I
was
was saying.
saying.
I was saying was, if you notice, what's up, B?
Boy, you ain't noticed nothing.
So listen. So if you notice this, if you check anybody, all right, B, you got to close your ears on it because B don't like when I be talking about this kind of stuff. But I got to keep it
Hey,
real.
I'm on here now. We ain't doing that.
No,
So
I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about that. Boy, hush. So listen.
it's
So
gonna
now
be a great fight.
what I'm saying is, you know what? I'm gonna tell you about it in a minute when he gone. I'll tell you about what I got to say.
What was that
I
though?
hit you back. I hit you back.
All
Yeah.
right, all right.
Uh,
Well, we're live with Brian Norman Jr. What's up, champ, man? How are you?
What's going on, man? I can't complain, man. What's going on with you?
Oh man, chilling, man. You've become the new hot button topic, man. How's it feel for this to be receiving are you feeling like it's a meteoric rise?
I mean, I don't really care about that part. I ain't gonna
Really?
lie to you. I just like to train for real. Um, I really don't like it. I'll be real with you. I don't like it.
Why? Do you think it pulls you away from the gym too much? Not into the interviews and stuff?
No, it's just people keep coming at me about the same stuff, boxing. Look, man, I'm a person myself, man. I just like to. I mean, making spaghetti right now. If you might like doing regular stuff as well, man. Trying to get dunked on, play basketball or something? What good?
Shit, you cannot dunk on me. I don't know if
Hey,
you met
hey,
me, but
just
I'm
because I'm 5'8",
6'5",
don't
man.
get it twisted. I
Last
don't,
boxer thought he could play ball. I dunked on Pacheco, man. He's way bigger than you, man.
listen, listen. I don't care about none of that. You feel me? I
Hey,
don't care if
listen,
you're
you
six
train
five,
in
six
Vegas
eight,
anytime you
six
want.
two.
We have been trying to put together a full court too, because we don't play that baby stuff half court. Okay, so whenever you're ready, you
I
let me
ain't,
know.
I ain't in shape for no full court now. Look,
What?
I just fight for it. I
I
just
thought
fight
you
for a
run
living.
six miles a day.
That's for decoration. Look, at the end of the day, I just say what you want going on though.
Nah, man. Just happy to have you, man. Happy to have you. Kind of shocked to hear that you don't like the boost in fame and I guess attention. But I guess that's why everybody is starting to compare you to Marvin Hagler, man. You know, you're not like the guy that wants to do the interviews. You're the guy that wants to punch you in the face.
You ain't got to go like that. But I'm not a violent person. I just beat people up sometimes. I just like working on my craft. That's it. It's not even a violent thing. I just like working on my craft or whatever. So it's just I'm focused on the task, but I got people saying, tapping on me, get me out of my focus. So that's all it is. But that's only at the gym or whatever. But times I've been going to the gym lately, nobody been up there, so I've been all right.
Well, speaking of working on your craft, I'm sure you've gotten messages. YSM Media did an interview with Khalil Coe, and Khalil Coe has said that he feels you're one-dimensional, and that's his reason why Devin will win a unanimous decision on you. That's why your dad jumped on as well. That's kind of been the knock since this fight got made. People are questioning your feet. Have you heard that? Specifically Khalil Coe, and also just people questioning your feet, and what's your thoughts?
No, I don't even know who Khalil Cole is. But with everybody,
Okay.
I ain't even trying to be funny. I don't. But with everybody saying what they were saying about that, I did see some people saying about my feet and all of that. But that's why I love this fight. It's time for me to showcase my full arsenal of skills. A lot of people think I'm just a power puncher. They don't see the calmness of me actually setting up what I got going on. I could have knocked out my last opponent a little bit faster, but I wanted me a devastating knockout. Pop was actually telling me go ahead and push for it, but that's not what I want. I didn't want just I beat him down TKO, or my last opponent he got punched in the face and he quit just that easy. No, I wanted something nasty, so I delivered that. So now if the fights require me to goddamn pick my feet up and get to stepping or something like that, I'm going to showcase my skills on that as well.
So you came out in a video and promised Turkey the knockout. Is that truly something you can do? Have you gotten to that level? Because it's obvious. We all see the difference between Brian Norman Jr. and Boca Chica and today's Brian Norman. You know, the composure, uh, setting up the shot, specifically the uppercut, left hook is looking more prominent than ever. Are you at the point, can you Babe Ruth it? Because you're like calling it now.
I can definitely do that for a fact. It's just the fashion that I want to do it in. That's all that matters to me. Going into every fight, I know I'm gonna win. It's all about how good I'm gonna look winning. For example, one of my previous fight, Quentin Randall, I won the fight, but that took my stock down because that fight was just ugly. It didn't look good. That's why people saying my feet bad. That's why people saying I smother things of that nature. All because of that one fight. So, it's just all about I gotta recover that whole little thing right there. I gotta recover that narrative about me and to show all y'all I'm a whole complete fighter out here.
So obviously it wasn't too long ago that I was trying to set up sparring for you and Devin to help him with Ramirez, and then that's when we got the message that, Brian Norman Jr. said no, that he sees a fight with Devin in the future. I don't know the exact details of how that went, but when that conversation between your team and his team took place, did you envision a fight happening this fast between you and Devin?
No, shoot, it was me and Bill talking personally. But yeah, he was trying to come in, get me in for some sparring. I think when was this? What time period? I don't even
It
remember.
was it was right before the Ramirez fight because it was for the
Yeah,
Ramirez fight, and that fight took place May 3rd, I think.
yeah. So yeah, it was right before that fight. He'll try and get a little help out for that fight. But I told him, I mean, y'all moving up now, so I don't know if that's we can make that happen because I know for a fact ain't no friends in this game for real. You probably could be trying to, testing to see what it feel like. Does it, is there what they saying real? Can I box him? Can do he not have feet for real? All those kind of things. So I said I don't want a chance at that all. Maybe one day we may fight each other. And he was trying to say we'll never fight each other. All those kind of Bill Haney pimp voice type things he was trying to put on me, but I ain't go for none of that. Cause I knew one day this right here would happen. You feel me? Look at us, just like you just said, just that quick. Look at where we at with it. So I knew this was gonna be a possibility. So I couldn't even go out there.
Now, there's been a lot of speculation, right? Your dad said some things, and people are assuming or going off your dad's message that you guys knew about the fight before Devin and Bill. But with that sparring thing in question, do you think there was a conversation potentially with the Turkey Al-Sheikh or one of his peoples in Bill saying because the sparring, I'm just saying, do you think they genuinely wanted your help or did they already know because they got wind this fight might happen and they was really trying to get you in sparring to test the waters?
I don't think that sparring, that extra for the sparring stuff had nothing to do with this. To be real with you,
Okay.
like regarding the fight happening so soon, I feel like they was trying to see what it's like for real before it actually counts. That's all.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel when you seen they had a list? Before this all came out, there was a list and you were number 5. Did you ever know? Did your dad let you know or no?
I mean, of course I've seen it, but all the people that they say is the best is on my list as well. So I ain't tripping on that.
Well, I was heading more down the path of did you believe they were serious about wanting to fight you at that moment before all this? You seeing your name as one of the biggest welterweight punchers on that list, did you think he was capped?
I mean, has Devin Haney ever turned down a fight?
Nope. Nope.
So why would he not want to fight me?
That's the narrative for whatever even though the dude's for everybody, that's the narrative. So I just asking.
Didn't just like yesterday, pretty much. I was a shot fighter. I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. I got dropped by Boca Chica. I had the worst performance with Quentin Randall. I ain't got no feet. I ain't got this. I ain't been tested. I ain't been had no crazy fight. So why would Devin Haney not want to fight me?
So you think he sees something? You think he's getting you think in his mind he thinks you're green still?
I think a lot of people think that, and that's the fact that I love. Y'all let me get too comfortable. Y'all let me get through all those phases of learning. And now I'm just trying to showcase y'all took too long.
So
I was saying
obviously,
I was saying it I was saying it in the past that y'all better get me while I'm young, while I'm still trying to get myself together and things of that nature. Like when I first started with Top Rank, I wasn't real deal used to fighting on TV, so I had to go through all of those learning curves right there in y'all face. And not only that, I ain't had no hand for real. So I'm one handed. I'm in front of all these people, so I'm trying to not even fight for myself and be me. I'm over here fighting for all these fans. I'm looking outside instead of inside the ring. So it's just like, all right, with the Quentin Round fight, everybody turned their back on me. I see how that's going. Cool. Then I go to the Boca Chica fight. I'm looking past him, so now I'm being cocky. This ain't even in my character. I'm looking past him. I'm looking at Giovanni because I knew for a fact he was going to be next. I go in there and I get dropped. So this is the first time I get dropped in my life. So now I know what getting dropped feel like. I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Let me go on and tighten up on this, tighten up on that. Bye, yeah. Come back, Joe.
there.
Yeah, tighten up on your internet,
Yeah,
man.
nah, it might be me. I hear the wind. You good? All right, we're good.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, tell Ed Hearn to send me some more money so I can get my Wi-Fi a little bit better. But all I was saying is I've been through so much already with this boxing stuff that it's only up from here.
For sure. Uh, so that threw me off a bit because 12-round fights. That's the next knock, right? The discussing these 12-round fights, whether or not you can actually do 12 because, you know, Devin is for sure a 12-round fighter that is going to try to move and use the ring and take you to deep waters.
I mean, did I look tired in that Giovanni fight? That was around 10 when I did it to him, and I wasn't slowing down. I was picking it up, so it's not my last long.
Nah, for sure. For sure. So what's the one thing you think Devin does well that's going to be a challenge for you?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So what's the one thing you think that will be a challenge for him to deal with you?
I say everything. Um, I'm a whole complete fighter out here. Give me whatever you think your best is, and you best believe
You
it.
said all, but
Yeah. Look, this what a lot of people don't realize though. All right, so people really big on my left hook, but it's not just a punch. I can't just throw a left hook and it lands and I put them to sleep. I gotta set this whole punch up. So like it's the IQ behind this as well. That's why the composure that I come into the ring, I have that. I know that I'm finna land this punch. Not just this punch. I got a right hand as well. So everybody focused on my left. The right hand do damage too.
for sure. We haven't have we seen that one on display in terms of hurting someone or dropping someone that we could refer back to?
Yeah, not just yet, but maybe I will soon.
You spoke about being knocked down by Boca Chica. How did like what did that feel like? I mean, not the actual punch, but just like the situation. You said in the interview, now I know what that feels like.
Um, I realize who I am. Like even when times get hard, I'm still me. Like I knew exactly what to do. I got up. I ain't Pops always told me don't act too rowdy, don't try to show no, I'm all right, I'm bad. I ain't trying to downplay dude, but Zab Judah, you see what he did? He got up too quick, legs got to acting funny, and he fell off again. So um yeah, he taught me how to do, taught me what to do during that situation, and I did that. I realized that no matter what, I'm still in this little box. I'm still locked in. I'm no longer out here in the dream world looking at the fans, looking at this. No, I'm locked in on one mission, and I'm gonna take your head off.
So, what's your thoughts on fighting in Riyadh season? I mean, I know your dad has expressed that you're a world champion, and fighting out the country isn't an issue. And you just did that with Jin Sasaki. Was Riyadh ever on your bucket list? Have you started to research the difference in time zones?
Yes, of course I did all the research already. That was also on the bucket list as well. Not literally, but like I literally just want to fight everywhere across the world, in the Philippines, Puerto Rico, Panama, all of it, Africa, a whole bunch of places to fight in Africa, but fight everywhere. UK.
I love that you said the Philippines, man. I had your manager Adrian Clark on here not too long ago, and he certainly, before this opportunity came about, wanted you to go in the direction of the winner of Pacquiao Barrios, and obviously Pacquiao going to the Philippines, and you going there with him to face him. What's your thoughts on a potential Manny Pacquiao fight if he could get past Barrios in the Philippines like you would want?
I mean, I would love that opportunity. It's the legend, what I'm saying, the Hall of Famer himself, Manny Pacquiao. So the name itself is I need that.
So he is 46. Do you think he can actually get it done over Barrios? Barrios is tall. Have you ever met Barrios?
Now I haven't never met him, but I definitely feel like Manny Pacquiao can do it. He a legend. You feel me? Just a few years ago, he is still the only one to this day to beat Keith Thurman. So sound like he got it. He got the blueprint. He done did this so many times before. Why he can't do it again? Now, of course, he a little bit older now, but No matter what, you don't forget the IQ. Don't forget the setups. And then look at the calf muscles, man. I know that boy punching. I know that boy punching. You feel me? So if he accidentally land one of them bricks, Barrio still may go to sleep. So it's definitely a good possibility that Manny Pacquiao could win this fight. He a total package.
Would you welcome a war with Pacquiao? Because you're like, look at his calves. I know you're talking about him punching Barrios, but I don't know. Is that like, would you want your fight with with Pacquiao to be, I don't know, a war, kind of like the Stantillion fight look?
I say with each and every fight, I don't necessarily want to go to war. I'm not trying to get hit. That's what anybody. It's just for some reason I keep going right into it, man. It's just so fun. But with Manny Pacquiao, we shall see whatever happens if that fight does happen. Of course, like I said, I don't want to go into a war, but if it falls into that, that's what happens.
For sure. So I got some questions from the people. We'll try to get through these as quick as possible. And if you run out of time, let me know, because obviously I put this out 7 days ago, so we got quite a few.
Yeah,
Donald
I got
from Baton Rouge says, do you put a rematch clause in your contracts?
No, I did not put a rematch clause in this contract, but shout out to you, boy. You from Baton Rouge. Now my boy Boosie, man. But go ahead.
I got Mike Wilson that says, since becoming the man, have the women been coming from all directions? Asking for Ness's co-host, Two Tone.
The gym has been amazing.
Shout out to you. Focused. We got Robert that says, from his personal experience, who are the 3 fighters that we don't know right now that will make a huge impact in the near future, or who are his current fighters that he likes to watch and learn from?
I don't like watching none of these boys, but people coming up that's gonna really did change the game. I don't really did build around like that, so I can't say. I'm mad about that. Like one of them I want to give props to, but y'all already know him, is Abdullah Mason. That boy that bad, but up and coming like that, I can't think of nobody else in my head right now.
What about that boy Gabriel? He not
Gabriel
on that
who?
level?
Which Gabriel?
Yo, spawn partner.
It's my Southpaw Gabriel.
Yeah, 6 foot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that boy that bad too. Shoot, we need to get him back active, get him some fights in.
Hey man, that you gotta talk to Adrian, man.
Yeah.
uh,
Hopefully we can make that happen.
we got Conscious Gains. How long will you be at 147, and who is your toughest fight in the division?
How long will I bet 147? I mean, I'm making weight cool, so I'm gonna say probably another 2 to 3 years. And my toughest fight, I'm gonna say probably this one coming up, Devin Haney. Very established in the game. He did a lot of things. He doing this, he doing that. He is the opposite of what everybody say I'm good at, which is, he got the legs, he got the jab, he got this and he got that. So um regarding what everybody's saying, he got the total package to beat me.
Mm. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. That's that
Is
reverse
it
psychology, man.
is it working?
I don't know. We gotta ask the audience. Jab Queen, I will be there. So she's going to Riyadh. Okay, shout out.
Have a
Uh,
safe flight.
yeah, right. Discernment from the best and blessed state of Florida. Congratulations, champ. I'm so proud of you. Will you fight on the Canelo Crawford undercard? Now remember, this is 7 days ago, so your news broke. So yeah. He says, will you fight on the Canelo Crawford undercard in September? Or asks, how many fights will you have this year? Thank you, Junior and Ness, for asking. This was June 24th. He actually put that. So yeah, he didn't know
Nice.
your fight was official yet.
Nah, he cool. He cool. So yeah, November is for this fight coming up, and just 3 fights this year. I mean that fight in November. I'm pretty sure ain't nothing happening in December.
Word. Man, that's good though. 3 fights at this level. That did you expect to get 3?
Sure, could have been 4, but my first fight was in March, so that set off the little schedule a little bit.
All right. We got Nathan from New York. He says, congrats on the win. Norman Jr. The other champs are Rolly Romero, winner of Pacquiao versus Barrio, both on PBC, and the winner of Patty Donovan versus Lewis Crocker for the IBF. Do you have a preference among them? Personally, I would like to see you face Donovan in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Also, have you sparred Donovan before, as both you and him are known for doing good against, sorry, this is long, Crawford?
No, I don't even know who that is, to be real with you. But whoever y'all say the baddest one, that's who I want.
Just point out the monster. That's who we want to fight. Oh, man. We got Quest, the best in Virginia. He says, what's up? Big fan, champ. Keep doing your thing. Blind rank these boxers off skills. I want to see you face in the future. Devin Haney. So, again, he does blind ranking. I got to give you 5 names, one at a time.
They all at 147?
He doesn't they not. But he doesn't want you to know either.
And they current fighters though?
They are.
All right, Devin Haney, I'm gonna get him
5 being the worst, and the last place. This is places, not rankings. So it's
I
like,
got you.
all right,
So I'm gonna give Devin Haney number 1 then.
okay. Shout out to you, Barrios.
4.
Wow, Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee. Oh, yeah. 5.
Sebastian Fundora.
I don't know who that last name is. Give me 3.
Fundora is the 154-pound champ. He about to fight Tim Tszyu again.
No, I'm talking about, no, yeah, I got one more name. I said I don't know who that is.
Oh,
I'm
he
gonna
said
get
Devin Haney,
Fundora
Mario
number 3.
Barrios,
3.
Brandon Lee.
Fundora number 3.
I skip. I'm sorry. In between Brandon Lee and Fundora is your man's Boots.
Yeah, I get him 2 then, and then Fundora 3.
Okay. So, but didn't you spar Brandon Lee?
No, I never sparred him. We just had the same manager back in the day.
Oh. No, I just figured automatically he would set that up. And but all right. I got Pat Bandero, French out of the UK. He says, first, congratulations on your performance in Japan. I'm very impressed with your poise. I still don't understand how Sasaki could sustain your punches in rounds 3 and 4. I feel like he was on something. My question, traveling to Japan, did you learn or discover something different about yourself, personality-wise, or something new to implement into your life, or maybe a confirmation about who you thought you were? As you already know, it's very difficult to reach the top and even tougher to stay on top. So I wish you nothing but the best and, more importantly, great health.
Man, why the question had to be that long for me to not be able to read it?
And in my head, I'm like, you're doing such a great job reading this one because I be fucking up.
Nah, you cool.
Now you need me to read it again?
No, I remember all that. It's just like,
you sure?
It'll be best.
I'll read it for you again,
so
champ.
like,
Don't
no,
worry.
you good. So for the first part, he was talking about it seemed like dude was on that, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you said it, not me. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say is I seen some red rashes on the calves muscle. I just work here. And the end result still the end result, so we made it back and we safe. That's all that matters. Now, did I learn for anything from Japan about myself and the culture and things of that nature? I'm gonna say yes. Regarding the culture, the respect factor, the real deal, they are on point about everything. So I do respect that aspect of what they got going on. That was already me, so I relate to them a lot on that. Was there any other part of that question?
I think that's it. Let me see. Confirmation on your thoughts and where you were. Yeah, pretty much wishing you the best. I think you got it. I think you got it. I hope so.
I hope so.
I got George Foster in the UK. Has Devin, this is 7 days ago, so this is before the news broke. Has Devin Haney team reached out to make the next fight? But that's done. That's done. Thank God. We got Y Diggity. That left hook was picture perfect. My question is, when you threw it, did you feel like that was the end before it landed?
This man's name is funny. His name is Y Diggity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I already knew when it landed that it was sleep time. Like I was locked in the whole time. It's like as soon as I hit him, I was still locked in with him the whole time. I seen him standing up with his eyes closed. I watched him fall the whole time, so I already knew what it was.
So I know people already say like, oh, he's got an old soul, but like, do you watch old movies or like old rap videos? Because your poses are like 80s poses.
I was raised by my pops, man. I can't help once. But nah,
Okay.
I do watch old movies and all that. Like my favorite movie all the time is Juice. So, I'm a little old head myself. I'm a young old
Okay.
head.
Okay. So in one, you did the, like kind of the B-boy stance, but the other one, you kneeled down. Was that one like praying to make sure he's good? Or, I mean, why'd you choose the different stance for that one?
I mean, back to my boy Crush a little minute ago, what I learned from that culture, man, respect. So, sure, respect for my fallen soldier right here in front of me. Ain't no beef, ain't no any none of that, man. It's just, hey, it's the boxing game.
Salute, man. I just went to Regis's camp today during my 1 o'clock break, and he was giving credit to Floyd Schofield. Did you see Schofield's post fight?
The post fight, nah,
Yes. So
nah, I ain't
it
see
was
that.
similar, right? He didn't get on his knees, but obviously it was a humbling moment. He said he loved Tevin and he didn't want to do that to Tevin, and he even cried. So in my interview today, Regis felt like that's the right thing to do, and he felt like whether it was his dad or just out of Schofield's character, it was the right thing to do because he said he had been on that stage in the past and chose to say curse words or things that didn't bring in no dollars. It didn't bring in no fans because he says, the fans will attach to you more or navigate to you more if you're more humble. So, yeah, I mean, you doing that, it felt like people gravitated to you more because of it, because you were humble in victory. Was it received that way for you in Japan?
Most of yeah. Out there they were very respectful. Like even before the fight, I'm not from there. I'm not the hometown favorite at all. His hometown is his place to be. But they were still cheering for me just like I was born right there with him. So after the fight, they was doing the exact same thing. Once again, everybody showing me love. Even some people meeting up with me at the hotel. I don't know how they knew I was staying there, but it is what it is. But with the humble thing is it's not a forced thing. It just is what it is. Why we gotta beef with each other? We ain't got no personal beef. It's just business. We just look, I love boxing, you love boxing. We both joined this sport. Let's go and hash this thing out in the ring real quick. Shake hands before and after. That's what boxing is. And cool. You know what I'm saying? We both broke bread. We both gonna keep this thing moving. I ain't gotta downplay you. I ain't gotta down talk you. Um, if you're going to down talk somebody, why you fight them then? They ain't good at this. They ain't never fought this. Why you fighting them then? It sound like they ain't deserving. It sound like you like to say cherry picking. Why you fighting him if he ain't never did nothing? So all of that is pointless.
I know you just like to train, so did you see the conversation between Crawford and Earl? I'm Lord have mercy.
I'm
Crawford and
pretty
Canelo.
sure I do. Oh, Crawford and Canelo now.
Okay, so obviously they're having this conversation on like the Empire State Building or some balcony in New York. Freezing. Everybody got coats on, but it's called the GOAT Podcast. Shaq, all these alleged goats are there, and the question of elite and resume comes back up. Canelo tells Crawford, "You ain't fight nobody. You only got one elite win." And
Hmm.
Crawford mentions a couple of names. We don't got to get into that. But that's just become the new argument now. Who's elite? Who's not elite? Obviously, for us, this is your elite fighter in Devin Haney. Do you look at it that way? And does it matter to you, or does it now matter to you post this conversations among two of the, GOATs, right? Like Canelo is that dude. He's literally, in my opinion, the greatest Mexican. He's done more than Chavez, right? Chavez is more adored, but accolades, Canelo has that. Then you got Bud, first man to be 2 division undisputed, going for 3. People look at him like a superhero. And these guys are now nitpicking resumes. Does that concern you?
I got a few things on everything you just said. First thing first, we got to address. Cause you to my Canelo accolades. Who you think better, Kobe or LeBron?
Man, you got the wrong code. I don't watch nothing but this one. Just
No,
boxing.
I
I literally
I'll
never
just
watched the whole basketball game, bro. Never. And I'm
all right. So
46.
I ain't gonna dig in on that. I ain't gonna dig in.
But
Now
I
let's
mean,
take it
I
back.
would say again, I don't, I'm not qualified, bro. Last time I watched basketball was Jordan
Who was you
playing.
gonna say though? Who was you gonna
I
say?
was gonna say Jordan. He's just the
Oh no,
best.
oh no, you straight then. Yeah, you straight. You straight. All right. But
And again, ain't we going off accolades? I know he didn't do it straight, right? It was like 3-3, and no one's still not done that, right?
no, nobody still haven't done it. The boy took off. That's the only reason why they didn't win the other one. He took off. That's it. So he got it. Jordan, no, he the best. I never downplay Jordan. I just want to see who you got on Kobe and LeBron. That's it.
Man, oh man, I wouldn't be able to tell you, bro. Honestly, like I
Now,
haven't
now
watched
you
them to
good.
know.
You good. Now let's take it all the way back to the beginning. You said you didn't want to dive into it, but I do. How you gonna say who have you fought that's elite and you say Ricky Burns? We ain't finna let that slide. I don't care about none of that.
All
We
right,
ain't
well
finna let that
let me
slide.
give you my thoughts first, because you sound like you don't think Ricky Burns is elite, and I'm not saying he's elite. This is more like guilty with an explanation, Your Honor.
Wait. Let me say this. Let me say this. I never watched Ricky Burns, so I ain't gonna say if he elite or not. This is how I feel about it. You had so many other names you could have said. Errol Spence being the main one everybody want him to say.
Well, he
Sean
don't want to
Porter, you
say
could.
that one because that's what Canelo's saying. You only fought Earl.
All right, cool. You could bring up Sean Porter. You trying to tell me Sean Porter ain't a bad man? You could bring up him. You could bring up the one before Kell Brook. You could bring up Kell Brook. The boy Kell Brook bad. So you got names right there.
Well, to play devil's advocate, people would say Kell Brook was past his prime, right? Earl actually went over there and took the belt from him in the UK. Plus, before that, Triple G broke his face. He literally had to get his orbital fixed and put a metal plate in it. And then after Earl, he just never fought on that level. Like, you about to fight on an elite level with an elite fighter. Brook was fighting names. I would have to go Google right now to help, like I can't remember
I
their
get what you're saying.
actual name. I know he
I get
fought,
what you're
but I
saying.
can't remember the actual name. And in terms of Ricky Burns, I think Bud, that's a very and maybe you can answer this because you just came from Japan, right? I feel like for Bud, Ricky Burns is an emotional win. It's his first world title over a 3-division champ. So yeah, maybe Canelo don't think Ricky Burns is elite because he didn't beat an elite level fighter, but he still was a WBO champ in 3 separate divisions. And Bud went to the UK and took the belt from the champion and went back home to Omaha with it. So I think it's just a special name for him.
Now I can understand that because, like, for example, me and my Giovanni fight, that's how I felt about it. Like that, that win right there meant so much to me, and he's not even as accomplished as Ricky Burns. So now I feel you on that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the course, you said, how do I feel about what just them two talk about accolades or something like who they fought?
Yeah, like does that change your perception of who you accept now as a fight because you want to make sure you're building? Because if you look, Floyd is the one has fought the most either current and former champions, but now Canelo's right behind him. I think Floyd's has 24, Canelo got like 21 or 22. Inoue, he's catching up. Bud is at like 13 champions. So like the new accolade is be undisputed or beat a bunch of champions.
Everybody over here stat chasing, man. Just fight. You feel me? Forget all that
You
stat
old
chasing.
fashioned for real. You just want to squabble.
Look. You talk about the numbers and if you put the math, man, forget all that, man. Who the baddest man? Bring them my way. Let's fight. Are they a champion? Are they a
Damn.
current champion? I don't care. Y'all say he bad. Let's fight each other. Then, like you said, even the elite names and things of that nature. Yes, this is my first quote unquote elite fight and things of that nature. So this is my introduction to the whole boxing game that y'all claim that's crazy to be.
Yo, you needed to be coming up in Bud's era, man, because nobody wanted to give him a fight. You just want to fight. That's what we needed. Moving on, I got good morning and afternoon, Adrian from Lakeland, Florida. Just letting you know we rock with you over here. TBV, don't waste your time on Haney's because they will never fight you after that performance. Salute. Look, this is 7 days ago. See what I'm telling you? The narrative is the Haney's
Yeah.
would have avoided you. That's what
And
I'm trying to tell you.
I really did don't know where they get that from. The boy haven't, not
It's the
saying, not
Ryan
said.
fight. Like if you Google
But
the Ryan
wait,
fight, the internet believes it was a knockout. This shit wasn't even a knockout.
But look, even with the Ryan fight, how the man he get dropped and he come back towards Ryan Garcia. He could have stayed on the ground. He could have tried to box a move. He could have grabbed him and held him. No, he kept coming back at him. So like, why are people trying to downplaying like he just be ducking and dodging fights?
I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe this is just me because I'm not a fighter and I'm stat chasing. But like, is it gonna, like, I don't know. Are you setting up a little competition in your mind to see if you're stronger than Ryan? Like, obviously us as fans, we're comparing it, right? We're looking at your left hook. We're looking at his left hook. We're looking at him knock out Duno and come back from the Campbell. We're comparing them. So it's like, who's the bigger puncher? Is that also a question in your mind? Like, do you question whether you're a bigger puncher? Do you know whether you're a bigger puncher than Ryan?
See, that's where y'all get the game twisted up at. Yeah, this how y'all think. Y'all think is you versus somebody else. That's not real deal how it go. It's all about you versus you. You versus the man in the mirror. That's all that matters. So I'm not comparing myself to anybody else. I'm not trying to be like anybody else. I'm trying to be like that boy B Nolan Jr. Cause that boy bad by himself. He got a mean left foot. He got a mean jab. He got mean feet. He got angles. He got, what I'm saying? He don't get tired. That's all I care about. I'm going there to be me.
You ain't lying about that mean jab. That jab in the last fight was like such a power jab. Man, it was crazy. You think you could drop somebody with a jab? We've seen Charlo and Cotto do it
I
most recently.
I have done it plenty of times.
What,
Plenty.
in sparring?
Yes.
Oh,
16, 18 ounce gloves. I have did it plenty of times. People bigger than me as well.
nice. El Consejero from Washington State, congrats on the win. And what will be the KO of the year? How do you take care of your mental health, especially before a fight?
Before a fight, I mean, your mental health don't matter no more. I ain't gonna lie to you. I go to a whole different character. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm the physical embodiment of the assassin at that point. Like I'm still coming down from it now, like to civilian thinking. But
Civilian thinking.
I'm dead serious. I ain't even trying to play. Like, I had to go to a whole little mode, like when it was that time. So, um, for the time being now, I mean, I'm back here living a regular life or whatever. I mean, this is what I do every day. So like I don't have to, go in the camp, get my mind right or anything like that. I mean, I work out 24/7 anyway.
So don't take this as disrespect because obviously, the knock on Wilder is he wasn't that skilled. But you sound so much like Wilder. I don't know if it's a Southern thing, like, because you're from Georgia, he's from Alabama, but like the supreme confidence and belief in the power, it's yeah, you sound like Wilder, bro. Have you ever
Now my
watched
dog,
some of his interviews when you was coming up on YouTube or nothing? Have you like,
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't watched not one.
damn,
All I know is the clip of till this day. That's it.
bro, you really don't do nothing but just be in the gym. So okay, so what do you do for fun? Because you obviously not on YouTube and you don't watch none of your active contemporaries fight. So what is Brian Norman doing to enjoy the day?
Why you trying to learn about my personal life, brother? I'm
I
just
mean,
trying
I'm
to
just
see
trying
it.
to see
You know
what
what I'm
what what,
saying?
what makes you tick.
No, don't nothing make me tick, man. I be vibing, I be cooling, I be chilling. But what I like to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm a seeker of knowledge. That's all. So like, um,
Reading.
whatever the case, of course, reading that's the main one. But I love studying old school boxing for example. That's one of them. I'm a seeker of life knowledge as well. Like back to the mental health thing is all right. So why do some people get depressed? Why do some people, just kill? Why some people kill themselves? Like what got you to the point where you just said that's it, I'm done? Ugh, you get what I'm saying?
Depression,
So
man. Depression.
you feel me? All of that. So it's just like I went through all of that. Like why does some people sometimes pressure bust pipes, but sometimes pressure make diamonds? So I'm real big on the seeker of life. Like why do things work the way they do? I want to be an actor one day. Why does why is it so hard to why some people simply can't get on stage? Why some people simply just can't open their mouth and just say something in a group of people? So I'm a seeker of knowledge. I just want to know how to do everything.
Mm. I
It's
got
just right now. It's just right now. My thing is boxing.
Chad in Canada. Love the style you are working in, effective and entertaining. I hope that you get the ring belt and dominate as lineal champion. So no question, just a statement. Next
But
one.
real quick, last question.
All right. This one is from C Buck. He says, "What up, B? Congrats on all the success. Keep going. What do you want your legacy to be? What moment in your career taught you the most about yourself so far?" Not a bad one to be the last one.
Yeah, I say what taught me the most is three performances back to back to back. The Quentin Randall fight, the Boca Chica fight, and then the Giovanni fight. Um, with the Quentin Randall fight, we seen how disastrous that fight was. So I want to keep digging in on that one. And all the fans turned against me, and I was trash. I was this, and that, and the third. I go back to the Boca Chica fight, and I get dropped. So now my whole career is over pretty much. We all know how the game do you. You lose.
Yeah,
I ain't
nah,
even
there was
losing.
rumors you was gonna get cut.
Yeah, all of that. So we all know how the game go. I ain't even lose, but people treat it like a loss. So it was just that's it. He finna disappear into the wind. So I really did thought my dreams was over with all that kind of stuff. And then like 2 days later we get the Giovanni offer. And then just that quick, I do my thing over there and I win. It's just like this life stuff is real. Like this thing is fast. It's just you just do exactly what history has forever said. Just keep following the blueprint, and sooner or later, God got you, and everything is yours. And it's just like after the Giovanni fight, I had 10 months off, and I ain't had no fight coming up or anything like that. I had surgery, all those kind of things, and why was I still in the gym? I ain't got nothing coming up. Why was I still, being active and doing the things that I was doing? That's when I found out who I was. Like this real deal, what I love to do. This is my whole thing. This is my life. It's just what I love to do. And it just I stayed the path. I kept doing my thing. Boom. Come back, third round knockout with a freaking jab. The boy, he quit. He didn't even want to fight no more. Come back after that, going to a whole nother country. Japan, his spot. You get what I'm saying? Had a nastiest knockout we done seen in the past 10 years, probably. You feel me? So those are the fights that's making me realize, boy, man, sit back and trust God, man. He got you.
Amen to that, champ. Amen to that, man. Hope you continue to be blessed. Please give out your social media for anybody crazy enough not to be following. And obviously, thank you for your time, man. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. Y'all can get at me on Instagram at official B. Norman.
You don't have a Twitter?
I
Because
mean,
there's
I'll
a
be on
Twitter
there
running
sometime.
around. I want to make sure we following the right
Yes,
one.
same one. Official
Okay.
B Norman. I seen his one called B Knowing the Storm, man. That ain't me, but the boy cool. So,
He said, but the boy cool. All right, champ.
yeah,
We appreciate you.
but
All right. Yo, that was funny. He said, that ain't him, but the boy cool, man. Hey, that you got your fan page, man. Can't be mad at that. Salute to Brian Norman Jr. Old soul, man. Old soul. That man is cool, calm, and collective, man. Cool, calm, and collective. Lines are open if you want to call in and voice your opinion either on the topic, Khalil Coe. He's making his pick, calling Brian Norman one-dimensional, or you can give us your thoughts on the interview. What up?
So
Brian
now that the
Norman
grown ups gone,
Sr.
look, now that the mature one is gone,
Yeah, he is, bro. Bro, he's like an old soul, man. So what did you have him watching? How he out here doing B-boy
no,
stances and stuff?
no. This what it was. This is what I did. What I did was I instilled in him what it was a do as I say, not as I am. That's what it was. But thank God some of the good stuff, it just worked out perfectly, man. Some of the good stuff that I was, as far as like fearless, just tough, all of that, he took to all of that. But he don't, he wasn't raised like I was raised. He didn't come up in the streets. He didn't come up, out there doing rowdiness. He didn't come up that way. You feel what I'm saying? So he don't really have that in him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, it was more of the main thing he does now is about to keep your life simple. That's what he do now. That's why He don't get involved in none of this rah-rah. All this stuff he be doing out here, I be out here running my mouth. He don't know nothing about none of this. You feel what I'm saying? He don't get involved in none of this. You get what I'm saying? He don't want to hear no parts of it. I have to catch him. I have to catch him sometime when he in like a good laughing mood, and then I can tell him certain things that I do know. And then most of the time I don't say nothing because he'll be like, "Wait a minute, well, why was they saying that? What you do?" You know what I'm saying? Because I have to then I had to tell him I'm the one who's talking shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but but as a whole, man, he just a cool kid, man. He just, he just living life. You know what I'm saying? He understands and he respects his blessings, and that's just what it is, man. You feel what I'm
Super
saying? He just
humble, man. Super
yeah,
humble.
yeah. He just about his business. He just about his business. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to live life. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy himself, enjoy his family. Like he was over here. That's why when you text me, he had been over here like 30 minutes right before you text me. So I'm like, damn, I know he ain't sleep, but I know he will do that too, though, because he had just left my house. And I'm like, shit, it taking like 30 minutes to get home. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was up with that. But other than that, man, he a cool kid, man. Now I got to go back to what I was saying before he got on, what I was about to say. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to the drama. So anyway, Khalil Coe, you got to first of all, he did not know who Khalil Coe was. If I
He
explain
didn't.
it to him again, I'm going to tell you. If I explain it to him again, Khalil Coe actually fought him. It wasn't him. It was Haven
Wait,
Brady.
you said Khalil Coe actually sparred him?
No. He asked to. He
Oh,
didn't. He didn't. Haven Brady. I think Big Haven did.
asked
I
to
think Big
spar
Haven.
a 75-pounder to spar with a welterweight.
That's what.
But they
I
wanted to
went.
work though. They wanted to work on what?
I
Because of
mean,
the speed.
we didn't. I don't know. I don't know what was up with none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just took it. I just took it as they wanted to work. I didn't take it as nothing. It was the daddy though, so it may not even been junior. It was senior. Me and senior cool. Me and Haven Brady senior, nah, we cool. That's my guy. We talk all we used to talk all the time. So now we ain't got no beef. Ain't no beef for none of that because we still Georgia boys. You feel what I'm saying? But I was saying as a whole, you got to think they're up there in that camp, so they gon' you know um gravitate to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like a gravitation to pool. Like I said, they don't know what we got going on. We don't train with them even when they was here because they like 2 hours away from us, 2-3 hours away from us. Something like that. They're in a whole nother part of Georgia than we are. So anyway, with that being said, if I had told B who the guy was, but nah, he did look at it. He was like, "That boy B." He's like, "Well, I'm gonna spot him." I was like, "Yeah, nah." I said, "They asked, and you know me, I'm with all the smoke." You feel what I'm saying? But I told Haven Brady Senior, just let me know. We'll make a shape. We'll make something happen. But they never called back. They never came, and so it was what it was. So that never took place. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm telling you that I know for a fact that that's where Haven Brady was hanging with Khalil Coe. They are that's who they are. All of those guys. What I was about to say, if you notice, all of those guys on those YSM interviews, they all got something in common. They all got something in common, and this is just a regular fact. I know it's hard to get people to believe and even not believe, admit to regular facts. They all say, again, about the other guy, he's an amazing talent, right? He's an amazing talent. Oh man, he ain't nobody. But you have to understand, and you got to take in context of where they're watching that amazing talent perform at. We've seen that amazing talent at the top level against a person we never heard of until he was in the ring with them, make him look like an amateur. He could not do exactly what we're saying, and that's cut the ring off. We're talking about Brian Norman Jr., the one y'all saying is a limited fighter, but this other guy can do everything. But we're failing to admit that this guy was getting around him so bad sometimes he was punching and the other guy was 3 feet away from him. That's just a reality of what happened. But the other guys won't nobody admit to that. The only reason I'm bringing this up is to say that's what those people up there on that channel on YSM, that's what they all say. Nobody ever even said that about what Bozy said about my son getting dropped, hurt, or anything else until Bozy came out and said it. You can go back and look. I know you never will, but I will. I can bring them up. You can go back and look at all the old interviews. I even asked the questions. Have y'all ever seen that guy hurt my son? Y'all ever seen my son bleed? Y'all ever seen my son dry? I asked all of those questions. Everybody said no. Everybody said no. Greg Hackett, Jameel Parker, they all said no. Oh boy, come out. The daddy come out and say something. Now everybody saw it. They can't even get together which gym they saw it in though. But it's just a camaraderie, man. I figured it out like, damn, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. I guess that's only for the brothers that's up there, for the brothers that are family with them. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to point that out that they just have like it's like a mind, it's like a mind, what you want to call the shit? A mind, coalition, like they all together. You feel what I'm saying? Like a cult. It's like a mind cult up there. They all cultivated in the same mind.
Yeah, so you funny. He said they a cult.
No, I'm telling you from what I see. Like, listen, you hear my son. You hear my son. You hear me. I never said that other guy's not a bad fighter. I never said nothing negative about him as far as that situation. I call out what I see. When that guy was in the ring with somebody else, he couldn't catch him. He looked like a damn 3-year-old. That was a fact. You can go see that. I can bring it up to you and show you. I got pictures. I got screenshots. Right, let me see that phone. Give me that phone. Hurry up. I said something else. I'm gonna send you the screenshot as I'm talking. I'm gonna send you something else or whatever, something that I noticed. I just noticed what I noticed. And when I bring up what I noticed, people hate. But you heard my son immediately when you said, what's the other guy name? And you said Jerron Ennis. What did he say? All right, I'm gonna put him at number 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he had already put Devin Haney at number 1, so we gotta put his other guy at number 2. That's giving him his props, correct?
Yep.
That's giving him his props. They would never do that. They could never do that. They have to find a way. You go look at any interview. They have to find a way to diminish who another fighter is if they not on their team. It's either you with us or against us with them. They don't understand the logic of, you know what I'm saying, bro. You can tell the truth. You know what I'm saying. Like I said, even with the Spawn situation, where I said the good and I said the bad. They have no way. I just sent you something. Remember I was talking about that. That's on a thumbnail of something that they got. You see what I just sent you?
Yeah.
You see that lockdown? You see that? I can't make that up. I'm showing you that to say you these are things that I just happened to notice when that person became a potential opponent. So I just started looking at him from not from a fan base, just from a potential opponent base, and that's how I
You talking
started
about the
giving.
picture you sent from another phone?
Yeah, look at the knee. Look at the knee. If you don't remember me saying about the knee locking down.
Mm-hmm.
You see the knee got locked. You've never seen a fighter with that knee like that. That knee is locked all the way the fuck back. You see it?
I
When you
see
see
it.
the fighter? When you see the I can't make that
That's
man do
good.
that.
I mean, it's in the gym though.
No. Oh my. Oh, you find it. You know what? All right, you got it. I can't make a fighter do that. If I can show you the video, he was literally doing that. That's what I was trying to tell you. How did I make him do that? You feel what I'm saying? I can't make this man. I can't make what's true. But we ain't even talking about that. My point of even this whole conversation is just letting you know that up there, no matter what, they're gonna be, team whoever's up there. That's what they're gonna be. Shakur, when Shakur was up there, you got Rare that was coaching Shakur. Of course they're gonna be team Shakur up that way because he's right down the street in New Jersey. You feel what I'm saying? Up
For
there in that,
sure.
up in that area up there, they of course they gonna blend together.
Yeah,
You feel me?
I even seen Rail works with Keith Cologne.
Keith Cologne, yeah. Well, I don't know who Keith Cologne is, but yeah.
He from out there from New Jersey, from North.
So, but you're right. So you get my point. They all gonna be in cahoots. They all gonna be in cahoots with each other. The whole point. That's all I'm saying. They all gonna be in cahoots with each other. So that's why I called and I asked you. I was like, why that dude opinion matter? Like you,
What?
that's like
His opinion matter because he talking about the super fight. What you mean?
well,
That's
I
why
mean, we
he
have a
talking about Devin Haney versus Brian Norman on Riyadh season. That's why his opinion
yeah,
matters.
but you
Shit,
but
we got a few more. Regis, I went to see Regis today and got a even deeper analysis. I'm like, yo, is it true? Because Two Tone told me you picking, Devin, and he almost flipped. He almost flipped. He's like, well, That boy did get a dangerous knockout over there. So I'm gonna put that out today. But yeah, I mean, everybody's opinion matters now because the fight
I
is
got you.
made. It's like
Okay,
who's
okay. I
picking
didn't know
who.
why you put. Yeah, that was the title, and I didn't know why you particularly put that. Because, like I said, I didn't even know my son was coming on here. I didn't know why you particularly put that guy. I was like, out of all the people talking about this fight, why you particularly put him like he was somebody? You know what I'm saying? If you said like
Well, I mean, we know
Crawford,
Khalil Coe out here, man. Come on, man. He knocked
no, no,
that.
no.
You know,
I didn't mean
he
it like
went
I didn't mean it.
Matchroom.
I
He
didn't mean
not the
it.
biggest name, but you know,
I did
listen,
not mean it.
and YSM put it out. I know the Boots fans going. When I watched the video, that shit already had like 89 comments.
Do you know? Do you know that YSM has literally gone around the ring, around the gym, and asked people the same questions, and they all said the same different things about what they seen in the same exact place before, and it was all about Brian
Hey,
Norman,
he
and
doing
that was
his
when.
job. He doing his job. He got to get their opinion on that
No,
sparring,
no,
their opinion
doing
on these
his
fights.
job. That's how we fought. That's how me and him fell out before. I ain't got no beef with him now, but that's how we fell out before. No, he's doing his job by trying to run a smear campaign on anybody else. I text him a question. I text him a couple questions. If he was doing his job as a journalist, you want to ask the most interesting questions. None of the questions will go against or even ask about anything negative towards that side. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can ask the question, how do you feel about a possibility of Turkey saying he wants Jerome Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz on the undercard of Brian Norman? Do you think that's kind of crazy, being that he just said that Brian Norman?
Wait. So you text him to ask people around the gym that?
Not that, but question in particular. I got the question. Oh, it's in this phone. It's in this phone. I got the question.
Has he done
I fuck
it?
with Jamil. I
Has he
fuck with
done
Jamil
it?
all the time, man. I fuck with Jamil all the time. That's my dog. I be fucking with him, bro.
But has he done it
Did he
though?
do it?
No. I didn't text that question. It was two more. But they in the phone I'm on, so I can't go look at them right now to see which questions they were. But no, he did not ask the damn questions I told him to ask. No. That's what I'm telling you. He's not doing his job. He's doing the job to a degree, but he makes sure that he doesn't make the other people look bad. You know, Bosey told me particularly specifically, and this was some real spiel. It's a real spiel, but I don't think that's the way it should go. That's why I talk to everybody on every channel. You know, unless I just really don't like you because I feel like you're being personal about it.
Yeah.
So when it first went down, this was in July. I told Bose, I said, bro, they trying to collect. My son couldn't do an interview without them bringing up Boots' name. He couldn't, in the comments, they was talking this and that. My son had just beat Santillon. Like, bro, what y'all talking about? What's going on? Why? And then I go to Boots videos. Nobody would say nothing about Brian Norman Jr. So I be like, why? I'm confused. And then I started saying something out loud. I'm confused of why y'all keep asking my son. I'm texting people in the comments and stuff. I'm like, I'm confused about why y'all keep asking my son about him, but y'all not asking him about my son. I'm missing. So what am I missing? Y'all
Wait,
he'll
so
say,
you telling me YSM didn't do a video like, yo, what you think of Jen Sasaki versus Brian Norman
no.
prediction?
I'm talking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking before. I'm speaking
Oh.
before with both. I'm speaking old something. This is back in July with Posey.
Mm-hmm.
So this is right before we fell out. So I say, bro, I don't understand what y'all doing. I'm trying to mix it. Like my son can't do an interview. It wasn't a negative towards him. Wasn't nothing going on. Yeah, but you won't say Boost name. Yeah, but you won't say this. Yeah, but you won't. I'm like, bro, y'all ain't. But Boost never said my son name. I'm like, why? I don't understand why y'all ain't on his videos and in the comments saying, yeah, but you won't say Brian Norman Jr. I'm trying to understand what's going on. So anyway, I said a few things. I guess Boza got a video or something I said, and Boza called me. And we were laughing about it. I said, man, they get to me, bro. They bother me bad, you know, because I say I'm non-confrontational. I am confrontational. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like it, but I'm going to run to it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I was talking, I said, look, bro, man, I like to get, I'm going to get with you about what you're saying. Like, you got to stand on what you're saying. We got to make this work or whatever. You're like, yeah, nah, man. I said, bro, but see, you ain't dealing with what I'm dealing with. He said, The reason we ain't dealing with what you dealing with because we select. He said we pick and choose who we talk to. This is what Boza said to me. He said we pick and choose who we talk to. We don't talk to everybody. You out there talking to everybody. He said we don't talk to everybody. So they know what not to ask us and what to ask us. He told me that, bro. That's what I'm telling people, bro. I'll tell you whatever, whoever. I'm gonna come say it to your face. I come to your city and say it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on. I'm not. I don't duck no smoke. I don't duck nothing from nobody, bro. And I don't duck no. Look, every question that has ever been asked to me, I answered it with my honest opinion, and it all made sense. The only reason it wouldn't make sense about what I said was if you choose for it not to make sense in your brain because you just don't want to believe me in the first place. The other people didn't have to say nothing at all, and y'all gonna make it make sense in your mind. That was the difference. You feel me? So nah, I mean, it's all good though. He ain't eat none of that food. um, but like I said, man, it's all good. It's all good. Ain't no love lost. I don't like my son said. Why does it have to be personal? That bothered him too. That really bothered him too because it should have never got personal because it was never personal. You feel me?
Yep.
Yeah. So he was like, I don't understand. Like he just told you, he was like, why we can't just fight? And you know what I'm saying? It's like a pickup game of basketball. You feel what I'm saying? Why we can't just fight and go home and we do what we do, you do what you do, show you love, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But unfortunately, boxing don't really work that way. You know what I'm talking about?
Sir, do you feel, sorry, Nez, if I can ask a question,
Of course.
do you feel, because obviously you are in the public eye and you will get obviously a lot of negative, opinions and stuff like that, but do you feel that, you've sort of shown that it kind of gets to you and Norman Jr.? Because being in the public eye, you do have to have somewhat of thick skin. But do you feel by going on sort of all of these appearances and things like that, do you feel like it's kind of, showing that, the negative comments do kind of get to you?
All right, so let me explain. I'm glad you asked that question because because people think when they pick against my son that bothers me. It does not. Your opinion is your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. Your opinion doesn't matter to me. But when your opinion is not logical, like for example, I'll give you the perfect example. If you come back and you say, man, T.O. or Wash be Norman, then once you go to start saying that now, if you said that before, that's fine and dandy. But when you say that now, depending on depending on where I am or what's going on or how I feel, I'm gonna be like, well, damn, I wish T.O. believed like you believe, because last time I checked, T.O. ducked us. You feel what I'm saying? Like T.O. literally went missing. Y'all, Nets, you can go ask your people at Top Rank. You ain't heard? T.O. literally disappeared on us.
From
You
sparring.
don't know about that?
Nah.
He literally. So you didn't know we were supposed to fight T.O. September 27th
Oh
last year?
yeah. But he wanted a
I was
different.
about to say there's nowhere in the world you didn't know that. You
He wanted
reported
to
on
do
it
it
and
in
everything.
L.A. He wanted to do it in L.A. and it was offered in
All
New
of that
York.
was BS. All of that was BS. Because notice, after all that doing it in LA, he moved on and he went to calling out Boots. He went to calling out Boots because he didn't want to fight us. He went to calling out Boots because he did not want to fight us. So then you have people that say, so he didn't want to fight y'all. He was scared of y'all, but he going to call out Boots? Man, get the F out of here. No. What it is either he knows Boots not going to take the fight, or he knows that him losing the Boots will look better than him losing to Brian Norman Jr. You feel what I'm saying? That I mean, it's really not hard to understand unless you don't want to understand. You feel me? But he lived. So like I said, my man, back to your question, the negative comments don't bother me at all. I actually like them. I laugh at them. I'll be like, I can't wait to see, like stock chasers. I'll be like, I let him talk. No, real talk. I let him talk. And when I was just in the comments, I let him talk, say whatever you want to say. That's fine and dandy. But then he kept saying it I'm like, damn, bro, you need to chill out, relax, you know? Like,
What he was
you
saying?
feel like,
What he
but
was
other
saying?
than that, no. I mean, he was just the same thing. It wasn't nothing disrespectful or nothing. It was all respectful. It's cool. He was acting like a cheerleader, like jumping up and down, like he just kept talking, he just kept saying it. You have to go through the comments and see, he'll tell you. But anyway, I didn't take that. I wasn't mad about that. I wasn't Every time he said it, I wasn't like everybody else. Man, you crazy, man. He'll beat him up, man. No, I only defend something with the truth. So B Norman ain't got no feet. I'm gonna tell you how he got feet. I'm gonna tell you where you can go check to see where he got feet. I'm gonna tell you when he didn't even need feet. I'm gonna tell you with the guy you say he had the roughest time with as far as the fight that took place. He won that fight pretty much 10-0. So you tell me how he ain't got feet. I'm gonna tell you the man was 22 years old. He's still 24 years old. I'm gonna ask you. So wait a minute. So when Jordan was 22 years old, when he was a sophomore in college, he was the same as when he graduated. When he went to the NBA at 24 years old, I'm missing it. So all I do is defend certain situations with facts. You know what I'm saying? So, but your opinion, I don't mind your opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. I'm cool with that. That's cool. You ain't gotta like my son. You ain't gotta like me. That's part of life. If you again, it's better for me if you don't like me. It's better for me if you say something negative to me, because that means the pressure is off.
Wait, which
So
fight was
just
10-0?
Say what out?
I said, which fight was 10-0? Not the Perez.
Quentin Randall. Quentin Randall was ugly 10-0.
Oh, okay.
That's the fight they were saying was ugly, and he did this, and that was pretty much 10-0 fight. The fight they say he struggled in, like I was just talking to stock chasers out there, he was saying that he won only 2 rounds, more than 2 rounds, or something. He won about 2 rounds with Perez. He fought that fight with one hand. My son only fought so far Quentin Randall, Boca Chica, and Giovanni Santillon. Then he heard it again at Giovanni Santillon. And the last 3 fights, he only fought, I think, 5 fights. He only fought 5 fights with 2 hands. That's his whole career. He has only fought 5 fights with 2 good hands.
Now, is it just one hand that was getting hurt, or was it like
No.
one fight this one?
It started when he first went pro. He hit somebody in a ringside tournament. He hit him with a body shot, but it kind of laid straight low and it hit his hip. He hit his hip or his elbow. It hit a bone. Some on that side with a left hook. I know that. So he broke his hand. He broke his hand then, but Cameron Duncan was, asking him to go pro at 17, blah, blah, blah. That injury happened in August. So we let it break, let it heal, let it do what it do. But he went pro in January the very next year. So it was still tender, and it just never did. So his first few fights, all he did was just hammer people away with the right hand. So that went on. He did what he did. He had a few, you know how it is, build up fights. It was what it was. But bottom line, he has only had 5 real fights. Let me see, 3, yes, 3, then them 2. He only had 5 real fights with 2 hands. He only had 5 real fights with 2 good, solid hands. And y'all see what he's doing right now with those 5 fights with those 2 hands.
3 straight stoppages.
3 straight stoppages. You feel what I'm saying?
Did Stock Chasers give you his stat?
His stat?
Yeah, remember, I don't know, I'm saying remember like you heard it, but his stat, I'm sure, Alex, do you remember it? It's about like, we're big on Norman's knockout ratio, but he really doesn't have a knockout ratio because in his last 10, he's only knocked out 3 or some shit like that.
Right, yeah.
But
Yeah,
how many did Devin Haney knock out his last 10?
Well, I think that's in reference to Norman being a big puncher, but I mean, it's like you said, he's fighting with one hand.
Yeah, well, I mean, he only had one hand. He only had one hand, one way or the other. So there you go with that one.
And also, you could say, hey, we're getting better, we're getting older, we're getting stronger, we're filling out. You know what I'm saying?
He's 24. People. I don't think they understand. Well, it ain't even they don't understand. They don't want to understand it. You're talking about a 24-year-old guy. You don't like to be called a kid. You're talking about a 24-year-old guy that Turkey is asking the headline a Riyadh season card. That is phenomenal. That's phenomenal. You got to give props to that. You're talking about a 24-year-old guy that just 1 year ago he just won the title. 1 year ago, July last year, he was nobody, don't nobody know him. You know what I'm saying? This and that. Like 1 year just made all the difference in the world. You feel what I'm saying? 6 months ago, they saying he was on not even 6 months. What was that 3 months ago? 3 months ago. I'm sorry, 3 months ago. 3 months ago, he was on a woman's undercard. He made $100,000, which wasn't true. But now you see Turkey got him as the main event, and we all know what Turkey dropping. Turkey is dropping bombs. Turkey dropping bombs. I already told you what Turkey said. For the people who don't want to believe it, Turkey said, I seen you had the problems with the boost negotiation. I seen what it was. Here you go. Boom. Turkey. That's
No
why the fight was made.
problems.
That's why the fight was made so quick. So the people who say, "Oh, so you hey, hold on." So the people who say, "Oh, you'll fight Haney for this month, but you won't fight," you talking about two different tax brackets again. So what we talking about? What we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
So
What we talking about there? Hey,
so basically, to be clear for the people not listening, he's getting more for Haney than he was for Boots.
way more. Not even close. Nothing to talk
Not
about.
even close.
Nothing to talk about.
Ain't that a blessing? See, this is what I be trying to tell these dudes they don't get. Like, to me, that's a blessing, bro. 24 years old. 24
That's
years
what
old, already got a turkey card, man.
That's what I'm telling. That look, again, they're doing whatever they can to. I seen one guy in the comments somewhere. I don't know where it was there earlier today. He was like Devin and that other guy because they try to say they don't know who B Norman is. You know, they try to say he don't know how to know one. You feel what I'm saying? Now you can't go to a boxing podcast today without seeing B Norman somewhere on there or in some of the last few videos. You feel what I'm saying? You can't go there. Unless you've been high up on a rock, you can't go there. Brian Norman is a welterweight. He's a WBO welterweight champion of the world. Arguably, in most people's eyes, the best welterweight in the world right now. You feel what I'm saying? Like he got the best knockout of the year this year, and arguably one of the best ones one of the best ones last year. He dominated that man. The man coming off of he was 32-0, and he was coming off of a devastating performance in another man's hometown and a devastating stoppage. All the balls was in this man's court. He dominated and destroyed that man with his own style. Yeah, I mean, you got to give it. And he was 23 years old. 23. I mean, you got to get a man his props. He wasn't even almost 24. You got to get a man his props for that. You feel me?
Now, Brian. Now, who should be seen as a number one welterweight? The winner of Barrios and Pac-Man, or the winner of Norman and Haney?
You know what? If we want to do that, I guess depending on because all this is about. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not hypocritical. So I'm not down for the eye test title. So for me, I guess people are going to make their own opinions. You know, depending on the way it goes, because you know it's all about what you do and when you do it, because you're only good as your last performance. So depending on how I feel that winner needs to fight this winner no matter what. And I mean, we got huge fights on the horizon. Like no matter what, that's the only next move is the winner of that fight in July or in a couple of weeks, and that fight in November. They fight each other for a unification bout. That's the only and hopefully. This one to be for the Ring magazine title with B. Hopefully, Turkey will get that up with Ring and with Haney and Norm.
What?
Do you?
Ho.
You heard what I said? Hopefully, bro. I said hopefully. I didn't say I didn't. With no breaking news. Calm down. I said hopefully.
Okay. Is there anybody else qualified?
No, that's my wishful thinking again. Well, you got to remember. You got to remember this. And I wanted to say this to people. It's amazing that a kid at 24 years old was able to secure a marquee fight. I ain't gonna say win yet. He was able to secure a marquee fight at 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? When the other welterweights wasn't able to secure a marquee fight still at 28 years old. I'm just saying, no other welterweight.
Hey, yo, you gonna take that Boots beef to the grave with you. Yo, the other day he like, yo, we got a re-off season fight first than him.
I want him.
At 24, he ain't get no reason.
I'm gonna tell you
said,
why.
yo, Brian Norman Sr. is pet team.
Him first, Riyadh season first, and then the ring belt first.
I'm the definition of petty. Listen to me. Listen to me. But people got to understand this. I want him in the ring. It ain't personal. I just want to get him in the ring because I did. Listen, this. Understand this. Even when I was working on Sasaki, even when I was working on Quaybaz, you know who I was working on? Jerron Ennis. I was working on that fight. I need that fight. I worked on that fight more than any other fight. I need that fight. I know how to beat that man. I know several different ways to beat that man. Several. We ain't talking one. I know several. I know several different ways to beat him, and I don't see one way he can beat
Hey,
myself.
I'm
The only way I can
just
see he
gonna
can beat
tell you this. Be
yeah.
careful what you say. You with Turkey now. He might offer you so much money you forced to move up to fight
So,
Jerron.
so wait. What part of me look like I'm a faker and like I don't? I'm
That don't
listening.
make you a faker. It just
No,
is
no, I'm saying
your
so.
plan.
But
Well,
you saying to
listen,
me
hear
to
me
be
out.
careful what
Why?
I wish for. Yeah.
Because it might not come the way you want it, right? Like, since you guys think you can beat him and Turkey can hear that, he can just offer you money to move up because he already know Jerron's turned down several offers to stay down. So the only one to chip at is you. Just saying. So now your game plan, you might could beat him at 47. Did you really calculate 54? And how big Jerron could
So
balloon up at 54?
the way I see it is, I'm on record as saying this too. The weight don't matter to me. It never has mattered to me. I fought at 68 and 75. In fact, when I fought even as an amateur, when I fought at 78, I used to walk in there. I used to weigh in at 172, walking around 172. Weight never been a big deal to me. You feel what I'm saying? My son is in there with big guy. Gabriel Goldman. I just told you, man, 190 pounds. You feel what I'm saying? But their weight, now the weight does make a difference. In 8-ounce gloves, I will say 10, I guess you can argue. 8, definitely. 8, definitely. But I don't have a problem with the fight at 54. It's gonna be about how Brian Norman feels, and it doesn't make logical sense being that he walks around the way he walks around at. So I understand that we ain't on no bullshit level like I was on when I was still fighting or whatever the case may be. This is high risk, you know what I'm saying, high reward type situation. And I already know Adrian, Jolene, or nobody else ain't gonna go for none of my crazy talk. But please understand. Well, please understand. Please understand. I love that. I don't care what weight it's at. I love
You
the
don't
fight.
think Boots might be two different fighters from 147 and 154?
Uh,
Because if you watch
you
the
you
last fight, I think a lot of people believe without the rehydration clause, that was a way different fighter. He looked, I mean, much healthier, way more dangerous. I mean, hey, maybe at 154, it might even look even better.
so you saw what you saw with your boxing mind. I saw what I saw with my 30 plus years of experience, my 31 fights, my son training my son to national championships and training my son for 28-0. I saw what I saw with my eyes. Okay. I've been in the gym. I know what I see. I know what I know. And it's some flaws that he can't change. He ain't gonna change. It's flaws that look. I ain't even gonna make this about him. So forget that. I ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I ain't gonna do that. You know, but I would love that fight. I would love it. I
Do
would love it.
you feel, because obviously just going back to the potential unification, obviously with the winner of Barrios and Pacquiao, do you feel that former inactive champions should be allowed to get voluntary opportunities ahead of people within the top 15?
No, I don't believe they should. I don't believe they should. I don't believe they should. But fortunately, unfortunately, however you want to say it, I mean, Pac-Man is who Pac-Man is. Pac-Man he's literally a living legend. Mayweather, they living legends. You can't expect them to come back with on a lower tier. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect them to come back and fight their way up. But I do understand. I do understand. No, I don't agree with it, whatever else, but I wouldn't argue with it. Like even if it was me that had my shot, I wouldn't argue with it. Hey man, let Pat Man get his shine on. You only get one life to live. You only got one life to do this. It's better to do it at 46 than 47. So I'm not 46 years of age and not 47. So I'm with it. I'm for it.
So you feel like the money potentially generated from the fight and the
Absolutely.
whole thing would would kind of allow that to happen over the fighters within the top
That's
15?
what it
Because
man. You have so many things going on because of the money. That's what it's all about. They always say follow the money. That's what it's all about. Rankings. Rankings is about who you pay. Opportunities is about who you pay. Title shots is about who you pay. Like Devin Haney went in the damn WBO. But look, he got a title shot with Brian Norman Jr. So that's no different than
That's
Pacquiao
the
getting a
beauty of
title
it.
shot with Brian. Huh?
And just one more question, actually.
But Devin
So
is active and qualified as a
Active.
former undisputed. You know, because we asked one of our listeners actually asked that question to the president of the WBO on Twitter, and he said, yeah, he would rank Devin if he wanted to fight your son.
Again, the money talk, bullshit walk. Is it fair? I don't think so, but I'm with it. I mean, it's been. I mean, look, man, I'm across the board, man. I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. It is what it is. This benefits me. My son, when my son got that title shot with Giovanni Santillan, I think my son was number 13, and they moved his ass up because they thought he was a weak link to like 7, something crazy. Like I watched him move up without fighting. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Money talk, bullshit walk, man. That's just damn. I gotta stop this cuss. That's just the name of the game, man. Money talk, BS walk.
last question. Do you feel that mainstream boxing media currently sort of helps fighters in terms of what they're actually posting in news articles and stuff, or do you feel that it's just sort of reactionary and it's more for the clicks and clickbaits?
I gotta understand that question a little better. You said, do I feel that
So like mainstream media, so for example, the Ring Magazine, you have the IFL, like that type of mainstream media.
do I feel like it helps?
Yeah, do you feel like it's helping fighters, like in terms of what they're actually posting, sort of not sort of the negative aspect?
Absolutely. Yes, have all press is good press. Let me tell you something. When I'm on here, you'll see me here. You'll see me at Johnny's spot. I think Johnny got a few thousand subscribers. I could come on here with 200,000 subscribers. I can go over there with 5. For you to do that, those numbers add up. Those people hear you. Those people talk. Those people. I mean, so to think about the IFL, think about Ring Magazine, think about the reach that it's gonna have. Man, absolutely. When they mention your name on certain things in certain situations, ESPN, when you get your name mentioned on certain things like that, absolutely, it always helps. Whether it's good or bad. Devin Haney. You know what? My homegirl, Clarissa, I'm gonna go Devin Haney. I ain't gonna say Clarissa. Devin Haney and his wife or girl, whoever she is, following this thing helps him. His girl following this.
Well, you brought it up, champ. I was going to ask you that from a strategic standpoint because obviously we've seen Jamal Charlo take time off when going through those type of situations that Haney's going through. Do you think that affects Devin in this fight? Because that's your kid, your wife. Your mind ain't clear. I just went to interview Regis, and he's like, look, this the first. I didn't even believe this. Listen to this, y'all. This is the first time Regis has ever went away from his house for camp. He's always done camp in Houston next to his wife and children. This is the first time he's away from his kids for 4 weeks straight, and he'll be away for another 4 weeks. So, is that going to be a distraction for Haney, you think?
First of all, I want to say this. I'm glad you said that, and that's what I was telling somebody earlier today. We always left. We always went away from camp. We don't believe in that, staying in the comfort zone. We're probably going to do more so of that now because B is so home. I mean, we was gone so long and what we had to do with the last situation. But no, absolutely. I said that on another podcast a couple of days ago. Yeah, no, these guys' mental their mental is very fragile. Did you hear my son when he said he ain't worried about none of that no more? When he was talking about what he was going through? You heard him say that?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it made me. He right. He was going through some things. Like I said, right, he was going through things. I didn't know who he was. He was doing strange things, and it was me. You know what I'm saying? I had something to do with it because we talked about it a couple weeks ago, right after the Jen Sasaki fight. You know what I'm saying? The pressure I put on him or whatever else. But I told him, the pretty much old saying, like, bro, pressure gonna do one or two things. It's gonna bust your pipe or it's gonna make you a diamond. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, and he agreed. He was like, yeah, but your pressure definitely made me a diamond. And he don't care no more. He don't care. You see how he acts when he goes in the ring. He does not care. You feel what I'm saying? He's standing there with it. He doing what he do. He's focused. He's locked in. So now back to the Devin Haney question, not to dodge that question. It depends on his mental. It depends on his mental. It depends on how strong his mental is. I would imagine right now Devin's mental is a lot stronger than it was because of the last year dealing with that Ryan stuff. That's big. You got to remember he was what 25, 24, 25 years old. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So I would imagine he weathered that. He still got his fans. He still get love. I'm sure he probably isolate himself outside of the hate, you know what I'm saying, to surround himself by love or whatever else. And I mean, hopefully he can get through that and we can make something shake, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully it'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how he really feels about that woman, because a woman can break you.
Did you watch the Cole interview at all?
I watched all of it.
Good man. So he
Hey,
said,
I'm on all of that. My son don't be on. I'm on everything. I
"You
see all of
supposed
it.
to be. You supposed
You're
to
like
be,
Yeah.
really
man."
plugged in,
Who
innit? Like you're
who
really
was
in the
I talking
matrix.
to today, man? I was just talking to somebody today, and you guys came up. I was actually I got to show the video. That's right. Don't let me forget, Alex. I got the video for the fight party out here. So the owner of this new location could do. Mike Tyson did a show there the other day too, and Eddie Griffin does his show there all the time. That spot that y'all see Eddie Griffin doing his podcast is out here. All right, so that guy we was talking whatever, and we brought up fathers, and you guys came up. Can all the fathers, obviously, because of such an amazing job that you guys have been doing over these last few
Hey,
years, it's just
appreciate it.
it's crazy, like it's just been this I even give credit to the Williams. I know they haven't been able to get that, career, changing
Which
win.
William?
Lord have
The one
William
that's
mercy.
gonna
Williams?
fight Broner
Both
William Williams?
Williams, the one that fought Broner or was supposed
was
to fight
gonna.
Broner.
What's his name?
He from out there, right? Where he from? He from is he from Georgia too?
You talking about William Williams?
Who? What
Only
name?
Williams I know, he live in Vegas. His name is William Williams,
Nah.
No,
His
but he
father
didn't fight
got
no
that deep
Broner.
voice. You're like, Ness, what up? You don't remember
Michael.
Michael Williams Jr.
Oh, I think he in Florida somewhere. I think he in
Okay.
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he in Florida.
But yeah, Khalil Coe, his whole thing is you'll never be able to hit Devin with that hook. He's too alert after what happened. Do you think the Ryan situation, do you think that he learned his lesson from that and that window won't be there anymore?
I think that for anybody who believes some of the stuff they're saying, they really just putting what they can and can't do on somebody else.
Well, remember,
Don't
let me give you some backstory. Khalil suffered a loss. So he could be
I know
talking
I saw the laws. It was on Boots card. I saw it.
from that standpoint. He went through the depression. He had the loss. He had to get it back. So he could be talking from a personal standpoint, like knowing, like, yo, I made some mistakes that I'll never make again because I learned from my loss.
Well, I lost
And I'm
some
just
too.
being optimistic.
And he
I
talked
lost
about
some.
how it stays with you.
I understand. No, he's absolutely right. It does stay with you, but guess what else it does? It stays with you in a negative way too. And let me tell you how. And I've said this before too. I'm on record of saying this before too. Sometimes you can get in a place in the ring and to bring up that dog that he had him, how he kept getting up. That dog starts to dwindle away. You feel what I'm saying? You start so back then when it first happens, you're strong. Your spirit is strong. You know, I got to get up. It's really like natural reflexes. I ain't even thinking about it. I'm getting up. I'm getting up. I'm getting up. Now, what happens if you get caught again, or you get hit again, or you get in a situation that this is personal experience, your brain takes you to a place, to the sunken place, and you start to doubt yourself as opposed to, no, F that, I'm finna get some. So it goes to the other way. You feel what I'm saying? Because the fight has already been slightly beat out of you. When you break a bone, the bone doesn't grow back the same. The bone is still kind of brittle. It's still never going to be as strong as it was when God first made it. So that works both ways, but I understand the thought.
Y'all got anything?
Yes. Do you guys have anything in place? Like, okay, for example, with Teal, right? He signed with Top Rank. You know, he got with Keith Conley, and they said that basically he worked out a deal with Riyadh season. Do you guys have anything in place with that? Like, do you have to win, and then you guys, have a
Yeah, like, are you an
couple other
official
fights in Riyadh?
ambassador yet or
I,
no?
I wouldn't know nothing about. I mean, that wouldn't. It'd be a probably need to know basis, but I ain't heard nothing about it yet, so I don't know.
Okay.
Adrian, they gonna call B and tell him all the details or whatever first. So for me, I haven't heard nothing about it, so I guess that's a need to know basis. I don't know right now, no. But I know Turker really like Brian. I know that.
Is there
Yeah,
a
he likes
rematch clause for this
punchers.
fight?
Yeah,
No
right. He really
rematch.
liked B. Yeah,
No
he really liked
rematch.
B.
Brian Norman Jr. said there's no rematch clause.
There's
Yeah, I heard that.
no
I didn't know
rematch.
nothing about it. I didn't know nothing about it. I'm gonna have to check on that my damn self. That's kind of
Yeah,
interesting. I have to see what's
actually,
up with that.
really great question. Now that you've mentioned it and said what you've just said there, so like Adrian, obviously he's your
Manager.
son's manager. You are, his father, trainer, etc. There seems to be like different kind of things, in terms of statements that come out compared to what the other person says.
Of course, because his father
Just for
stepped
example,
down.
like that.
His father stepped down as manager, so he's gonna have something different to say from Adrian.
Well, Adrian
So
said that he's heard the fight wasn't happening, but it is.
I
That's an
came back
old
and
tweet,
so
though. That's an old tweet.
I came back and I told you Ness, or I told Ness and everybody else in the world it was happening. I told everybody. Didn't I tell you that, Ness?
Yep.
No. I mean that's great, but like moving forward, will there be more of a tighter, cohesive unit
No,
with
I
all of
mean,
you being on the same page?
no. I mean, humans are humans. Some people have ideas of doing what they want to do when they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Where they want to spice it up, where they want to cause interest. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know why a person does what they do.
Oh, wait.
I mean, you pay him to like
Don't get me to
manage
read in between
your
your
son.
lines. Are you saying Adrian was just drumming up interest?
No. He wasn't. He wasn't. No.
Okay.
So he
It was a
wasn't.
legit.
So
No, it was a legit tweet. It was a legit tweet. It was a legit tweet. It was a real tweet or whatever else. But then when I talked and when I heard and from my experience standpoint of what I know, not even just about the business of boxing, about the business of life and how people act and react. I heard what it was like. That ain't nothing. Everything good. So that's where I was at. Nah, bro, it's happening. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was nothing to me.
good luck.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. We
I
good.
want to bring it up one more time. I say you want to make it about him, but you mentioned earlier that I guess Turkey or someone from Riyadh season had mentioned, hey, there was issues with Boots negotiations. Was there anything to make it reference as if Turkey or Riyadh season had issues negotiating with Boots when that comment was made?
No. It was. I seen y'all had issues with that situation. We don't want no issues. Here you go.
Yeah, man. Shout out Riyadh season. Shout out y'all
Um.
getting this fight done.
So
No,
there wasn't any talk of future fights. Nah.
no. I don't know. I don't know that much. I don't know that much. They wouldn't tell me that. Adrian, they wouldn't tell me nothing like that. Because they
That
only,
means y'all ain't their guy.
you know how Adrian is. They gonna speak when they gonna speak one at a time. They gonna, we're gonna take the fight that's in front of them. So I wouldn't know that. No.
Let me get to some of these super chats. Some of these are probably for you anyway. We
Okay.
got Big Herm. Welcome to the prospect.
And I had came back the other day, but you about to get off, so I let it ride.
What? You let what ride?
Huh?
Would you let ride?
No. I said I remember my call. I think yesterday when I called, I had tried to get you back, but you was about to get off, so I just let it ride. That's what I said.
I got H-Town, pound for pound, #1 in the chat with the $10. He said he gonna be gone in November. He'll be gone in November, January, February, March, April, May. Ness, we see you crying, but Dev can't stay. He shouldn't have been messing with Brian Norman Jr. Hey, man, Dev kind of ducking me, man. Dev said, nah, I'm going to come on as soon as the fight was over. I ain't heard from him yet, man. I'm still waiting for my interview.
Dev, man, where's Bill? I've seen Bill on other channels. Why hasn't he came?
I mean, he be here so much, bro. Like, literally,
Yeah,
the
he was
editor
here
put
like
out, like,
literally the other day.
yo,
They call
literally,
it
the
what? The
editor put out,
The
like,
Haney voice.
3 different Brian Norman and Bill together interviews, bro. Like, you kidding me? They've been on here a lot.
I
And
woke
we
up
got
at
hey, and we
5:30
got
in the morning.
4 months. We got 4 months to
4
do
more,
this. So what can
4
we
more
do?
months. We got, nah, but it's, hey, people talking about it. I like it. People talking about. I should have asked Shushu, but I seen Shushu all in the. You know, when is his fight? He looked as shiny, like he already cutting.
I never
Oh,
heard though. I never heard. I asked that question. Do y'all not think it's interesting, or do y'all not get props for Brian Norman Jr. getting a fight, a marquee fight of an elite level athlete, a former world champion, a former undisputed champion, the youngest undisputed champion in boxing history, for getting a marquee fight at 24 years old, and then somebody else in that same division that was supposed to be the best still ain't got one at 28. I mean, I didn't. Is that not?
Can I give you
I
a
mean, they
scenario,
both
sir?
marquee fights, man. Yours is a bigger name, but they both
Okay,
like we can't take that away. Like he became lineal and unified, so it's a marquee fight.
but the
He's
person
doing
that
what
he
he's
fought
supposed to do.
had 15 fights,
Good
and he
fights.
had
You
he
can't
had
do
what?
that. Don't do that. Don't do that because people do that to Crawford's win over Madrimov. To me, the lower
I don't.
number of fights only means that you're that talented, so we rushing you to a
I got you.
title.
Or y'all both was on the same PBC diet plan, and y'all was both on the same I test title course. That's how I see it. Go ahead.
But to be fair, sir, like that,
Listen.
you wouldn't.
Bill about to kill me for this, but what you got to do is tell your son everything you said he was going to do. Walk over the body, grab the mic, and say, give me boots.
He
I don't
he
care the
already
weight. Give me
Nah,
boots.
Boost is at 154. He not gonna chase Boost. He not gonna do without. When it comes to that, he ain't gonna listen to me because
Oh,
Boost at 154. He ain't gonna listen to me
so you got to let it go then because you don't want to keep talking about it.
because I want that motherfucker in the ring.
You ain't going
I
to get
did too.
some, unless Turkey, because listen, Turkey be
It's,
listening because he motherfucking offered Bud Crawford David Benavidez at 164. So
it's a possibility. I
it's
heard
a
it. I heard y'all said
possibility.
it on here. Listen,
He
and
could
I'm with that.
maybe
It's a
150.
possibility. I'm with that.
Maybe Boots do 150 and Norman could just come in at 47, 48.
You feel me? I didn't even want to say that, but do you feel what I'm saying to you? So they dropping up big enough bad that we can come to an agreement
Yeah,
and we ain't got
catch
to talk
weight.
about this and that. But I already know what he gonna do. He gonna say, "Man, I ain't studying him. I'm only trying to fight champions at 154 when he ain't been to fight a champion next." I
Well,
already know
nah,
what's going to happen.
I mean, technically it's still a champion on his resume. The way Lipinets is, the way, he just ain't taking a belt from a champ, but it'll
Tio
still
was
go
a
down.
champion. Tio was
Yeah.
a champion. Haney was a champion. A lot of people was a champion.
Yeah, so he'll still get credit. It'll go on that resume as a champion he beat or
All
lost
right.
to.
Well, bottom line is, I just want that fight. I did too much studying. I did too much leg work. I did too much breaking down. I did too much of everything for that fight, and we can handle that fight like straight up,
So you
straight up.
want the fight because you don't want to waste like the time that you
Put
did.
in.
Yeah. Yes.
I
He put
respect
Yes.
in
it.
he put in the hours. He put in the hours. He need his check.
I put in the hours. No,
I,
no, no. I put in the
I hear him.
hours.
I can't
I
lie.
put in. Listen, I put in the hours. I dealt with all the people running their mouth. I dealt with all the. I want to shut them up. Just
I
like I
mean,
already shut them up. We already shut them up in
I
more
think
ways,
it's
but they can't.
sweeter.
Say what now?
Honestly, I mean, I get the fight is the fight and it's a big fight, but like everything happening is almost like karma, man. It's
Nah, you're
it's
right.
it's
Absolutely. That's
it's
what it
like
is.
it's crazy. I just interviewed your son, and to him, he doesn't even care, bro. He's
He don't
totally
care.
more haggler
I
than
know.
anybody else. But like,
I
cause I'm
know he.
like,
I know
bro,
he doesn't
how
care.
does it feel to have cause it's a meteoric rise.
He
That's
don't.
literally
He
the
don't. He
definition of
don't.
it when it just
Yeah.
boom, it's overnight and it just keeps going up. And
You,
he's like,
you
bro,
know.
honestly, I don't even like it, he said.
You remember when you text me, right? I was beside him. Remember you text me, you was like, what's up with your you remember you text me, what you text me the other day, right?
Hell no, I don't remember, bro.
Okay, you text me.
Shout out
Okay, I got
Hakeem.
you. I got you. I got you. I got you. You text me about my son. You was like, well, what's up with your son? He gonna rock with me or something like
Oh
that
yeah,
about the
yeah,
interview.
yeah.
All right. So you text me that he was right beside me, right? So you have to think, even with myself, like, because I'm the kind of person, and some of the people listening to this go, no, I'm not telling the lie, and I'm telling the truth. I'm the kind of person where I try to engage with almost anybody. I don't care. You can have two followers. I don't care how small you are. Like, if it's a basic question and I got time to answer it, I'm gonna answer it. You feel what I'm saying? If I feel like answering, I'm gonna answer it. You know what I'm saying? If it's respectful, I'm gonna say something. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? So I really talk to almost anybody. But what happens is, especially when you do with Instagram, what happens is when you accept those messages, then those messages keep coming and you can see them and see them and see them, and they get real aggravating. You feel me? So then I start to look and I start to select. I select what I'm answer, who I'm answer, how I'm answering. I be like, okay, that's a stupid question. The answer's already out there. I'm not gonna answer that now. You feel what I'm saying? So now it's even started to change me. But with B, like I just told you, his main thing, what I told him, I have a lot going on. I say, bro, all of this is like what Mike Tyson say. I understand what Mike Tyson. It's nothing. Like it means nothing. So I created a whole bunch of nothing that I'm responsible for, a whole bunch of nothing that causes problems, that bring me problems every day. While my phone I'm always ringing and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, look, bro, when my phone be ringing and he with me, I'm like, bro, this why you keep your life simple, because what I got going over there really does nothing for me at all. It don't do nothing. It's just to say I got it. It's to say I have it. That's it. It don't do nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, that's why he don't like all of that. He just want a simple life to be able to do what he want to do when he want to do it. And like I've been telling people before, he has never struggled. He's always had the freshest shoes. He always had whatever he wanted, needed, the games. He always had all of that coming up. So he was really spoiled coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just don't want for a lot of stuff. We ain't into no Gucci's, Louis, and we ain't into all of that. We don't do that.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Me
I'd love a pair
neither.
if anyone's giving them out.
Me
Say
neither.
what
But
now?
that's good. That's good. You could tell you
I said I'd
raised
love a
them.
pair if anyone's actually giving them out. Just chucking that in there.
He said he was thinking about might start doing something just because, like he said, he just got it. Like, okay, he said, I might do something every now and then. He was like, but as a whole, I just can't see it. You know what I'm saying? I said, I feel you, bro. I said, don't force yourself to do something that ain't you.
Yeah, I mean it took Crawford time too. Like
Yeah.
you ain't start seeing Crawford with jewelry and like
He's
designer
still a
clothes.
regular dude, dog. When you see Crawford, that's a regular dude, bro. He
No,
just
for
like
sure.
regular dude.
I don't
Regular
know. It
dude.
might have changed. It might have changed. We seen
Nah.
him in the club with Boosie and AI. It's a little
Oh
different. They say
boy.
he got a new side. You know what I'm saying? He got
Oh
a
But
little.
boy.
I
You
mean,
Hey,
I
I'm
he
don't
not
just
saying
believe.
it's
dropped the
true. That's
whole
what they say.
video. He just dropped the whole video training. Did y'all see it?
I don't
Nah,
believe.
Nah.
nah, nah.
I don't
I was
believe.
sleeping.
I think with Bud being who Bud is, and him and that being the base and that being the root of who Bud is, he can change it, but it's only gonna be for a minute because that ain't who he is. He gonna go right back to being who he really is.
I
That's
gotta
it.
ask the hard question, man. I mean, your son literally got signed because the sparring session with him and Bud was so good.
Right?
Doesn't that mean that Canelo's gonna knock out Bud?
No, because I lost two bets. I lost two bets. Sean Porter and Errol Spence. I lost two bets because of that. First of all, the spawn session was just a good spawn session. I'm leaving it at
Yeah,
that.
but you just said you lost two bets because of that
I
sparring
lost.
session, believing
I
that
lost
what your
two
son
bets.
did, those other men would be able to
No,
do.
no, it don't matter. It don't matter. I lost two bets. I lost two bets. No, Bud is good. Bud is
But
good.
listen, Porter ain't Canelo.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Bud is Bud. Bud is good. He's good at adjusting. Everybody has bad days. It was just good sparring. It wasn't no big deal. It wasn't nothing to talk to your mama about. It was all
How
good.
you
You
gonna
feel what
say?
I'm saying?
Listen, I get you got to play that role
We at where
now,
we at
but you
now. The
can't
rest that don't matter. That don't
exactly. You
matter.
can't say you can't downplay the sparring session that got you signed.
Well, I'm downplaying. I'm downplaying the sparring. Then I'm down. It was nothing.
Nah, I mean,
And that's your
shit. It was
God-given right,
obviously
by the
something
way.
when Top Rank came a calling.
It was nothing. It was
Mm-hmm.
I
nothing.
don't know.
So
I heard through the Philly streets, like, the sparring with y'all over there didn't go that well either. So we shouldn't go off of that. We shouldn't make bets off that, right?
okay. So
But
Wait a
you were talking
minute.
about it earlier. You know what I'm
you
saying?
Oh,
Like
late.
wait a
Yeah,
minute.
you
like
Wait
a
a
late. You late
minute.
gamble
on
over
Wait
this.
a
there.
minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So your son ain't the biggest welterweight?
Who the biggest welterweight? Who was that? I can't see that. Who was that? I'm blind.
What?
Rohan.
Who was that?
Rohan.
Rohan Polanco,
Wrong
man.
person.
Legally
Rohan
blind.
Polanco. Your
What?
nemesis.
What, next to my son or something? I don't know what I'm
That
looking
ain't
at.
no
What am I looking at?
Damn, how you? I'm gonna text it to you. Never mind.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, what am I supposed to be looking at? What do you mean? Is he next to my son?
Yeah, he right next to your son, and I don't know. I just thought
And
he
he looks
looks.
taller and bigger
When my son
dimensionally.
saw Rohan Polanco?
He looks bigger than your son. I ain't know. I
When did
mean,
my son see Rohan Polanco?
beat him. He never beat him.
I said, when did he see him?
It looks like that's Vegas.
At the mall.
Maybe that's Vegas. Let me ask, because I just got sent that by the trainer that's dying to go up against you.
Oh, well, guess what? The trainer is down to go up against us. We down to go up against him too. So
I mean, you
that's
busy now. He might not get that
yeah,
fight right
nah.
there ain't gonna
Right,
happen unless
right. I
Rohan.
know. Yeah, I
He
know.
got
I already,
Rohan got to do
yeah,
one of these. Turkey, I'm
yeah.
here. Like, look at what I
Right,
did.
right.
He
Yeah,
got to
hey,
get in the mix.
yeah, I can tell you that, big dog, or
But
whoever
damn,
sent
he's
you that,
big,
whatever.
man. I ain't
Huh?
know. I ain't know he was that much bigger than y'all. He
Well, I
big
mean,
as hell. I sent
he
you the
fought it.
picture. Did you get it? It
Send it
say
to the other phone.
delivered
Send
to
it
the.
to the other phone.
All right.
The one that I sent you that other picture of.
Yep. I got you.
Riley.
Both of these shits Androids.
Yeah. Don't be trying me
Nasty,
like that. Don't be
nasty,
trying me
man.
like that. Riley,
Nasty. Shout out to your
bring me
son with
that
that
phone.
good old
Yo,
iPhone, man.
he's such a snob when it comes to that. Listen, like, we
Man,
got
get out
great
of
Such a
here,
players, but
Oh,
hater,
we
that
man.
won't
was in
let
New
you
Come here,
say
York.
that
brother.
he
Hurry
don't
up.
got
Bring me
no
that
option.
phone.
Senior, that was in New York. That was in New York on the Verona card. Y'all both fought on the same card, so y'all both was at weight.
Oh.
Damn,
Okay,
so he
okay.
is bigger than you.
So he
Well,
was a
he was
140 pounder.
140. He was 140 then. What the
Holy
phone at?
shit,
He was 140. So you think
bro.
bigger? So wait a minute. Does he got a whole hoodie on?
Man, look at the shoulders, where his shoulders at, man.
So let me
He
ask you a
big as
question. Let me
hell.
That's
let me ask you a
pure
question.
diabolical.
So so wait a minute. So Nez, so if you taller than me, you bigger than me, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what you
No,
saying. If you
no,
taller
no,
than me,
no, no, no. Bigger could mean girth, like fucking Canelo got that action figure body where it's like a V, you know what I'm saying? Nah, he's taller. He's taller.
all right, hold on a second.
Girthy.
Yeah, nah,
Nah,
that
that's
ain't.
crazy that he was at
He
140
got
at that time.
he got a whole. I see it. He got a sweat on. He don't look that big at all. That's easy.
What?
I got it. He don't
He
look that
Nah,
big.
for me, he
Yeah, but
clearly looks
Hey yo,
much bigger
I
than
need
your
answers
I
in the
said he don't look
chat.
that
son
big to me. He
arguably.
was 140 that day. He don't look that big to me. I
That's
said to
what
me.
Brian, that's what makes him bigger. He was 140 that day.
So
I mean,
because a
judging from
person
the
is bigger than
shoulders,
me, they better.
yeah.
What we talking about? You just saying it just
Oh,
because.
why you getting defensive? I ain't
No,
say
I'm
he better.
asking. I'm
I ain't
asking. You
say.
said that don't. That don't
Well,
mean
You
he
are
better.
getting a little defensive.
no, size matters, especially late in the fight.
Size don't matter.
She. I mean,
that's
I wouldn't
That's
know. You
not
are the
true.
fighter. You fought a
I
champ
am the
too.
fighter, and
You fought a
I
champ.
am the fighter. I
You
am the
fought.
fighter, and size
Damn,
don't matter.
I
bro.
agree.
Yo,
Size
shout
don't
out to you,
matter.
man. Because people don't give enough count. You know what? Shout out to you. You fought a champ and created a champ. Your son's a champ, man.
Size,
Shout out
yeah,
to you, man.
size don't matter. I'm telling you, that it don't
I
matter.
don't know about
It,
that though. Tell that shit
it
to
don't
Big
Cuevas is
matter.
Baby.
bigger.
Tell that shit to Big
Cuevas is
Baby.
bigger.
Size don't matter. He
Who
ain't no big baby or
who
no
win,
Bacote.
who wins right now? Big Baby Gerald Miller versus Wilder. Size matter, you see?
I'm going bomb squad. I'm going Wilder.
But wait a minute, you talking 100 pounds different. They ain't no 100 pounds different.
Shit. he about fucking big baby, about 80 pounds heavier than
No,
Wilder at
I'm talking
least.
about I'm talking about Rohan Polanco, but you just saw him taking a picture. He ain't that much bigger than my son.
Oh, you still on that? You ain't gonna be able to fight him.
You took that
He said.
personally,
He
innit?
What
said.
you talking
You're not
about?
gonna
He
let it
said
go.
Hey,
taller
that could be the
and
comeback
bigger.
fight if they lose.
Brian was
That's what you listen.
147.4.
Listen.
Hold up, coach. Here you go. We got a
Yeah.
rivalry, man. He trying to cook. He said taller and bigger. Brian was 147.4. He didn't make weight.
Oh, that was when he fought. That
Polanco
was when he
wasn't a
fought.
welterweight at the time.
Right. That was when he fought. That was
Earth
in
as well.
Martin. That was when
Yo,
he fought.
hey
That was
yo,
when he
it
fought Bubba
sound like Hector Bermudez is Brian Norman Sr. When Brian Norman Sr. is doing research on boots, Hector's been doing research on Brian Norman Jr.
Well, I had already.
It's a
But watch
horrible
this though.
cycle.
But I had already did. I did a quick research on what's the name, and he's not hard to beat at all. I love that
Oh,
fight.
that
He's not.
oh
He's
that
not.
that's
Look,
that
look,
counter.
look. Let me tell you what people
Let me
say. Let me
see.
That
tell you
ain't
what people
gonna
say.
work.
Let me tell you what I never said. People get this mixed up. They'll say in the comment, if you think Boots so easy, I've never said Boots is easy to beat. Hear me? I never said Boots is easy to beat. Rohan Polanco, I think is easy to beat. I think Rohan Polanco is easy to beat. I really do. I do not think Boots is easy to beat. That's why I studied him so much. Then I did my work to find out how to beat him and found ways to break him down. And I found 3 ways to beat him. Rohan Polanco is easy to beat. I don't see nothing there. He easy to beat. I'm
Is it
serious
just a
too.
one fight deal with you
Similar to like a
with
Santiam
the
fight, you
Devon
would
fight?
say, right?
Say what now?
He
Go ahead,
said
Rico.
he said he been doing research on Brian Norman Jr. since he got signed to Top Rank. Actually,
What?
the same day.
I guess you better get your weight up, and then maybe we can see if that happens. Because right now, I mean, ain't nobody looking at you.
He looking
Have you
at
just got
you.
a one fight?
The
Is it
hunters
just a
being
one fight deal?
hunted live
Right?
on TBV.
What you say, dog?
Is it just a one fight deal? This
I don't.
fight
I
that you
don't
have
know.
next.
That's what I said. I don't know. I don't know. But we can only if you go out there and you do your thing and you entertain the people, or you at least try to entertain the people, then you can only imagine they're gonna probably take you back. You now have a relationship with them. They only want the best. So it is what it is. I can only imagine it's just a good
Damn.
step in the right direction.
Do you feel
You
that
don't.
obviously with Turkey and Saudi, obviously the fight being made with your son and Devin, do you feel that's where the new mecca of boxing is and is
Whoa.
being created in
Chilling, man.
Saudi Arabia?
Nobody goes to sleep at night talking about I can't wait to fight in
I
Saudi,
asked the
bro.
gentleman a
No,
question.
man.
In
I'm just
Riyadh.
You
I don't know.
UK dudes love doing that, bro. Get
I
out of
think
here.
Asking questions.
my son actually wants to fight in the UK. That's what he want. He won't come to being. So y'all go talk to Eddie Hearn. You go talk to
There we go.
whoever you want.
You gotta move
Yeah.
up, man. Gotta move
I'll do
up.
that for you. No problem. Thank you so much.
You know. Connor's got his rematch. But listen, you guys are on the right side of the street because Turkey loves that Connor Ben guy. He
I
loves him.
know. That's what we want. That's what we want.
He loves him, man.
That's what we want. That's what. Hey,
I'll
and
get you a
Turk and
pint
Turk.
if that
Look,
fight happens.
We ain't got to worry. We ain't got to worry about Chief Eddie trying to worry about $300,000. Hey man, let me see. Can I find it? We ain't got to worry about him doing all that. Cause Turk gonna say, "Oh, you want it? You got it." Say no more.
Do
You
you
know,
feel
I'm just being nosy here because when I was interviewing your son, I wanted to ask, but I'm like, But we never hear nothing about the mom.
My son, mama.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know the story. He told you the story. You just don't remember.
Maybe
Oh, you old.
I forgot.
I got 5 kids, 4 by one woman and 1 by another woman. My kids my son will be 31 in 8 days, 7 days. I had it when I was 15. I had B when I was 21.
Damn, 15. Let's go,
B my
champ.
B is my 4th child. B is my 4th child. So I had 4 kids at 15 years old. Me and his mama broke up when I was 26.
Wait. 4
Yeah.
kids at 15?
Me and B, I am 46 years old. I just turned 46. B is 24 years old. When he turned
So what?
25,
She had quadruplets or something?
No. My son was born in 94. My daughter was born in 96. My daughter was born in 97, and B was born in 2000. Back to back. It
You
was
had
one. It was
4
one of them
kids
cases.
at
It was
21.
one of them cases. I got. Hey, look, I got a hold of a woman, and I took the rubber off, and that shit felt so good. I didn't know what I was doing.
Again and again.
Hey, man. Hey, you did your thing, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but listen. So I rank, but the reason you don't see her is because I raised them from 26 on out. And now my daughter stays with my 11-year-old daughter. I'm about my kids. That's why I be so passionate about what I do. That's all I'm about. Don't no woman live with me. Don't no woman live with me. I ain't got no woman with me. You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
So you
Yeah,
not married
my
at all?
11-year-old, my 11-year-old daughter and my grandkid, they in the room right now.
Just to clarify, Norman, you were 22 and when Norman was born, right?
No, I was 21.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I mean
I was
21.
21.
4
He was
kids
born in
by
two. He
21.
he
That's
was
wow.
born in November. He
Okay.
was born in November. He was born in
See, because
November
that's what I
2000.
misunderstood. I understood 4 kids at 15, but it was 4 kids by
That's why I needed
21.
That would have
clarification.
been a
I needed
Yeah,
that
record, man.
yeah,
immediately.
That's why I
yeah.
automatically
No,
said, what, you had quadruplets?
oh
Because,
no,
you know,
no,
I
no,
had
no. Yeah,
twins.
yeah, no. I turned 21 in May of 2000, and then B was born in November of 2000. So that's
Okay.
how that worked out. You feel what I'm saying?
November. So what was Junior Scorpio? Oh,
Sagittarius.
he's the other one. The other one. Okay.
Uh,
You a
So
hater,
you hey,
bro.
so you know this for all the guys, for all the fellas that know. I'ma know all my kids' birthdays, grandkids' birthdays. I'm in tune with all of that because I was the one that was in all of that. We talking from getting them in school, taking them out of school, taking them to the school, taking them to the doctor, taking them to the dentist. I was in charge of all
Big
of
up
that
to you,
by
son,
my
man.
damn self.
Big up to you.
I was real deal, real deal. You feel what I'm saying?
shout out to
So
you,
how
man.
So
long? I'm intrigued here now. Now I'm sorry. This is about to go all the way personal. So how
it's
long
all
have you
good.
not had a lady in the house?
It was. Let me see. I had one,
I just don't even know what that looks like. Like, bro,
three,
I've been
three.
married,
I've
and
had.
before
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got
No, no.
married, I was
I'm
married
about.
like to
I'm gonna
my
tell you. I'm
girl.
gonna
Like
tell
I
you.
was with her.
So me and their mama broke up in '05. B was 4 years old when they broke up. So B was 4. It was I think 11. It was 11, 11, 9, 7, and 4 when we broke up. So I raised him from that age. So that was good. So B could stay home by himself. We know the 11-year-old could watch it for a couple of hours or whatever till I got home sometime. But anyway, fast forward. I had a couple of girls. I had 3 different ones at 3 different times that never lived with me. But what I did was they would help me out. Like if I need to take them to football practice, go
Yeah,
drop them off
yeah.
here. Yeah. So I always had a lady that, you know what I'm saying, that had my back on that stuff. And after that, that's it. That's all I did. I mean, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even my daughter mama, I got 2 baby mamas, my 11-year-old daughter mama, we don't live together. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
that ain't my
is
thing.
it you though, B? Is it you? Is you the
Um,
problem? Like,
it's
what's
the new
up?
no. The first time it was the mama all the way. The second time, this time
You
right
don't need to
here,
you don't need to answer these questions. I'm just checking out.
the second time, this one right here, me and my baby mama right now, we still cool. We cool. We cordial. We cool. Like I might have supposed to been over there tonight. I can't remember. But anyway, we cool. We cool. What is it's 9:47? Yeah, I'm probably supposed to go over there. But anyway, we cool. I ain't got no problems. I ain't got no problem with my baby mama now. It's just when you've done everything on your own all the time, to be honest with you, what can they do for you? Like,
For
think about
sure.
that for a minute.
What
I
you
know what
bringing
you're
to the
saying.
table? What you bringing to the table?
Yeah, what can they do for you? Like, I'm doing for you, but what can you do for me? You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I've done everything for myself.
Nah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, so I just be parlaying, posted up. Hey, look, that's why I got so much time to troll these haters on. Hey, you know,
Hey,
hey, be
Brian
know,
Norman, he
look,
be in
be
the
know,
chat.
be
He
know,
knows
like,
our names.
listen, be know that came through, made my life a little easier. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have some more time to troll some more people.
Wait,
Like,
that's right. I remember like maybe last year we interviewed you and you said you were thinking about no longer doing the towing truck company.
Right.
Did you stop, or are you going to pass it down? Because I didn't even know you had more kids. Are you passing it
Well,
to
see,
another son?
that actually is what changed everything. My oldest son, I probably I don't know. I'm gonna work it out to where he get and do what he do. But I'm done, bro. I'm
So you want
almost
to sell it?
done.
You want to sell the business?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I have a lot to take care of. That's why I'm telling B. I got a lot to take care of. So I don't even know how to untangle all of this stuff I got tangled up, to be real with you. But I'm gonna do my best to start untangling it though.
I'm a good untangler for a fee.
This guy right here, an untangler. I got Big Balls with the $5. Pound for pound number 3 in the chase says, Brian Norman, be careful. Ness over there jotting down notes to send to Bill and
They
Devin.
said that earlier today. Yeah, I heard that. Now, again, I heard this is an identical question. It does not matter.
Yo,
It don't matter.
He put not
Not even a little bit.
Inspector, he put Nespector Gadget. That's hilarious, yo. You guys are funny as hell. Nah, I text Norman last week. I think it was, right? I think last week I texted him like, yo, am I allowed in the camp or am I a spy? Because y'all,
did you ask me? Did you ask me?
No, I ain't asked B.
You got to text him and ask him.
I asked you.
No, you got to text him and ask him.
Oh, man, look at this. I'm out the camp now. This is a wrap.
I mean, I'm going to tell you. Listen, I tell anybody this, I tell him to his face. The boy, within the last couple of years, it wasn't just after the title, but in the last couple of years, the boy done got funny acting. I'm telling you, he done got funny acting. And what you have to do is you got to catch. That's why sometimes I be like, you know what, bro, I'm going to let you have it. I'm going to do this, because I still respect you as a man. And I know what it is. I know the dynamics, so I'm going to let it go. You know what I'm saying? We don't do the back and forth like bulls. You know, we don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still his life, ultimately. So I let him have it and let him do what he do. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm in control of, I'm in control of. Like, you know, family dynamics and what we doing, I'm in control of all of that. But when it's his life and his career and what he got going on, I mean, I can't be in control of that if he don't want me to be in control of that. You feel what I'm saying? So we really just work it out together.
For sure.
So you're happy with Adrian being in control of it?
Whoa.
Absolutely, yeah, sure. That's my dog, y'all. Adrian cool. Adrian talk to me. We chop it up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But by definition, he got to go through B first. He got to tell B things first. You know what I'm saying? He usually give me heads up or hints on things, certain things, or whatever else. And you know, it is what it is. But you know, I'm not Adrian a good dude as a whole. So you know, it's all good. It's enough money for all of us to eat. We don't plan on going nowhere from Adrian. We're really appreciative for what he's already done for us so far. And it is what it is.
And I like his boxing game.
Yeah. I mean, look, my son just went last year from, they say, $100,000 to $1 million.
All right.
Bam.
What can you say?
Congratulations.
Thank you. I
Pistol Parkway,
appreciate
Mozzie, $5. Shout out to Norman Sr. Win or lose, I hope he keeps pulling up to the show. Nobody shows love to TBV like Bill and Norman Sr. That's
I'm always pull up, man. Look, I can't do nothing but be honest and tell my truth and tell it what it is, and it's gonna always make sense. Again, it ain't gonna make sense to the people who don't want to hear it. That's all.
For sure.
Yeah.
We got to switch our allegiance, man. Where is Bill? I was on a channel. Listen, I go to work at 5 in the morning. Look at you. I see you. And Bill was on a channel, 5:30 a.m. And he over here in New York.
Let him work.
And he ain't blessed us with his presence.
Bro, it don't gotta be every day.
Bro,
These guys get so jealous, bro. It don't gotta be every day. You know who we need?
You can't take it personal.
Devin.
You can't take it
That's
personal.
who we need. We need Devin. Devin, the one got us come on over and get that heat.
Radio.
I got stock chasers. Go ahead.
I mean, Devin, you got to think about Devin. Know that it's gonna be personal questions that he don't want to answer. It's gonna be asked, though. I think that's what that is.
Are you looking forward to the press conference for the fight? Because I feel like you and Bill will, I don't know. I feel like you two are all that we're going to hear at that time, because your sons are men of few words and more action.
That is true.
I think. Are you
Nah,
looking forward to it? And are you writing down and researching the bars that you're going to drop?
no, I don't do that. You got to put it on the fly. You got to be original, baby. You got to come off the dome. If it don't come off the
That's what's
dome,
up. That's
You
what's up.
know Bill
hey,
gonna try to out-talk you.
hey, was he able to out talk me on here? No, he's not gonna ever be able to out
Mm,
talk. He's
A little
not
bit.
gonna ever be able to out talk me. Never. You got to understand, real recognize real.
And he
If
gonna hit you with the, well, we gave you, we the ones gave you payday.
hey,
He
He'll
and
be
I'm
on
gonna
loves
hit him,
outside
saying
the
that.
and I'm gonna
hotel
hit
with
He
a
him with,
loves
and
red.
I'm
saying that.
and I'm gonna hit
He'll
him
be
with Negro.
under your
You know,
bed.
hey, I'm gonna hit him with Negro. You know, good and well we know better. That's what I'm gonna hit him with. So I ain't worried about that.
But
hey,
who
I'm
was
gonna say
running to the
this,
smoke
man.
though, Senior? Who was running to the smoke?
Hey, I don't
Who had
like
the
that.
list?
I don't
Who
like
had
what
the
you
list?
pushing. I don't like how you pushing that. We got offered the offer first. You got to remember, Turkey had the list. You can't deny there was a list
There
created,
was a
and
list.
you was number 5.
Yep.
Other people was busy. Like, why we got to push that, man?
That big
Let's just.
dog. That
The
big
one thing
dog.
I like
Look, look,
about you
look.
being Norm is that you keep it real, man. I don't think you keeping it
And,
real, man.
and that's what I'm about. And that's what I was literally just about to say that. I was about to say, if you want to say what you got to say about that's fine. You can believe what you want to say and believe. All I can do is keep it real. That's what I was just about to say. Look, I didn't say even the contract situation. Just to know how real. Just to know. Let's let you know I'm across the board
Don't
with
say
this.
too much, man.
No, the contract situation. I'm talking about when we was on here. When me and Bill was on here and we was talking, he was like, they sent you the contract. I was like, ain't no contract been sent. And I was saying all of that. I knew that we had already agreed. I knew that the terms were already agreed to. I knew all of that. Bill kept saying contract. In my brain, I cannot sit on this boxing board on no platform and tell a lie. I can't do that.
So,
And my mind only recognized the truth. So if you ask me, did we sign a contract? Sign the contract, like, well, bro, I don't know what else to tell you this besides we ain't got no contract to sign. If you ask me, did we agree? Yes, we agreed. So that's what my 100% truth was coming from. That's why the stuttering and the waiting, and I'm like, bro, ain't no contract. And that's why next when you was like, Bill, and then I reached out to Adrian, ain't no contract, no, because it ain't no contract. And then he came on here and changed it and said, okay, the term sheet on your show. Do you not remember?
well, that's the thing, and this is why I got a little bit upset because the news was broken on the Boxing Voice that both Devin and Norman Jr. were going to fight. A lot of people didn't believe Nez. There was people in the comment section saying, I can't believe
Bro,
he's
is that
saying
things
this.
take
Where is this
time.
or what have you? But this is the thing: when you have you saying something in the comments, and then when you have Adrian saying a tweet, and then when you have Norman Jr. saying something else, it to the fans, it's not cohesive.
What did
Um,
Norman Jr. say?
There you go.
well, I don't know at the time. I don't
Oh,
know
so you're
exactly
just
what he
making
said, but
things
I know
up
that you.
now.
No. But you were in the comments and you said that the fight
But
is
you said
agreed and it was done, and then
but it sound like you saying it was three different things, but it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Norman Jr. was saying the same thing.
okay. Well, at the time,
Let me ask you, Norman.
like I
Oh, go
said,
ahead.
this is the reason why I'm asking. Ignorance. But if you guys were
Yeah,
saying the
yeah,
exact same thing at that time,
yeah.
and
That's the same
after
thing.
Nez had announced it,
Yeah. I mean, at that time, B didn't say nothing at all. He had already said it's happening, blue, blue, blue. And when Adrian said what he said, B stood down, didn't say nothing. I didn't stand down. I said, bro, the fight happening. And I told everybody the fight happening. I was telling everybody who would listen, bro, the fight happening. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all just running y'all mouth. The fight happening. People was coming on. So Bill didn't turn that. No, it ain't because of Bill. Ain't none of this got nothing to do with Bill. It's some other stuff. The fight is happening though. Because as a grown man, as a person of common sense, there was no way the
Oh,
He getting a
we lost
call.
you for a second.
yeah, there was no way this fight wasn't gonna not happen. Your mama just called. Go ahead, call your mama. Hey, but I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta go feed the
Yeah.
kids and do a whole bunch
Nah.
of other stuff,
We
man.
appreciate your time as always, champ.
All right, man. I
Thank you.
appreciate you, dog.
All right.
Okay. All right, bet.
much love, brother.
There you have it. Let me get to these super chats because I also got to get up out of here. I do apologize, but yeah.
No,
Stock
man.
Chase
Shout
is
out Quinn for
$2. I
starting it
got
up.
Devin Haney making it look easy in November. What you were saying, Alex?
No. I was just trying to fill in the dead air.
Oh, appreciate it. Rico, you don't get that, like, I don't know, negotiations take time?
No, I do. I just feel as if somebody's saying the fight's on, and then one person's saying the fight's not, and then it's the fans are literally like, "Who do we believe?" That's
Yeah,
what
but
it
that's
looked
what I'm
like to
saying.
me.
It just it
I could
takes
be wrong. I don't
time.
know.
These things take time. That I feel like this fight happened so fast that's what got everybody mad. It's like one day, oh, well, will you take the fight? Yeah, of course we'll take the fight. Next day is like Bill puts out a tweet. Will you take the same contract? Oh shit, do we got an offer? Oh yeah, there is an offer. It's like it happens so fast. But Ali KOHD, welcome to the prospect level. East Mex, $5. Champ, salute Brian, the people's champ. Unlike Haney, he would never. We come to TBV. I guess he meant to put he would never come to TBV.
Let me shoot Rico some bail. I'm gonna say this real quick.
Who's Rico?
You got to remember, Rico.
Rico.
Yeah. Listen, you got to remember, Adrian Clark. When you had him on the show, he wasn't pushing the Haney fight. He was saying he wanted the Pacquiao Barrios fight.
Guys,
and
listen.
I'm just shooting him some bail.
He's literally pushed right.
It's
Thank you,
managing
babes, bro. We got
101,
you, man.
One
Alex.
perspective that can be understood. That's all I'm saying.
No, I hear you.
So when
I'm
someone
just
starts off with
saying.
that and then says the fight's off, it's gonna make people think this guy didn't really want it. And I'm not gonna lie, that was my perception for the moment. But like you said, it was quick, and this is what happens. They say things to shake things up to see what's gonna be the result of it. What fruit is gonna fall from the tree.
I just
but the
think
thing,
that
my thing is this. Just real quickness. Sorry, if you're going on different platforms like he does, which is incredible, he's saying something different, as somebody else is saying something different. And I know obviously fights take time to make, but who do the fans listen to?
I
Especially
just
when they
don't
were
get it though.
when
But
Adrian was talking about.
Rico, did you not see the announcement from Turkey and from the ring?
No, but I'm talking before that.
I know, but did you see that?
Yes.
So
Which is great.
how is any of this relevant? Like, why did it matter so much to you? It's like, well, you said one thing and he said another thing, bro. Turkey
Because,
and Ring
Nez,
announced it.
the thing is,
And
I'm
they
looking at it more
announced
from.
it maybe 48 or 24 hours after.
No, bro. I'm looking at it
tweets?
more from Brian Norman Jr.'s side, because if I have people that represent me and I pay these people, I expect like professionalism in what
Yo,
goes out there.
you got to do more research, bro. Slow down, man. You're trying to, and that's what I didn't get. Like, you're like, are you happy with Adrian? Bro, you're going from whatever 100,000 they want to say they made, whether it's 125, 175, 300,000. You're going from the perception that you were going to get cut by Top Rank. This manager made you a champion. He negotiated hard with Eddie in Matchroom, where some would say you should have fired him. Then he got you an easier fucking fight for practically the same amount of money. And now you got a Riyadh season fight. But somehow you're poking about to see if he's doing a good job, and you got the nerve to say unprofessionalism? You're crazy, bro. Yeah. Crazy. People could only be so lucky to have a manager to do that. I mean, honestly. Last year, he was being cut. That was the fans saying that he should be cut. I don't know, man. He's a millionaire now is what his dad just said. And remember, it takes $2 million to clear $1 million. Not only that, he said the offer that Eddie made ain't close. Like, how, bro, this is why people don't be successful, because it's like, y'all never happy. Like, that's good management. That's good man. Like, what more you
That's
want?
luck.
Luck. Holy shit, I'm moving on. Bone Hundo, welcome to the prospect level. Dwayne Lewis, $2. Norman versus Khalil Coe. Norman versus Khalil Coe. What is that? Shy, maybe? Shy, Khalil, Basic 2, We For Real? I don't know. Or maybe that means shit with no T? I don't know. Okay, Norman versus Khalil Coe. Shit, Khalil, Basic 2.
Shy?
We For Real. Yeah, maybe he meant shit and he didn't put it, right? He didn't put the T. Gotta be that. It
Hey,
sounds
man,
good.
I'm out of here. I'm going to
I
put these
got
kids
you,
to
champ.
bed,
Appreciate
and I'll see you in the
you.
Much love,
morning.
my brother, man. God bless.
Hook like Belonga, $5. Ironic from Cole. He is just mad. He sees himself in Gio Santillan. Both got KO'd in their hometown as heavy favorites. Norman owns you, Philly. Whoa, 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 whoa. IVS, $2. Just stay away from the ayahuasca. Laugh out loud. I guess that's when I compared him to Wilder. J-Rod, 92. Welcome to the prospect level. Mr. Neutral, pound for pound number 2 on the chat with the $10. Love and respect from Red Corner Boxing to Ness and Rico. Shout out to the Assassins Pops. Mr. Neutral still 10 toes down on Brian Jr. will be USA's next pay-per-view star. Let's go. Vituroso, $2. Haney knocked me out by watching his last fight. Okay. H-Town, pound for pound, number 1 on the chat. Drop a bomb for the pound for pounder. Y'all tell Dev to trade y'all tell Dev to trade with Brian Norman Jr. since he ain't no puncher. I swear, this Dev versus Ryan all over again. Y'all keep gassing Dev Haneyacks, please. I'm begging. Hey, champ, I don't know what you're talking about. Who wants Devin to go in there slugging with the puncher? Lake County, pound for pound, number 3 on the chat. $5. Senior, what's your thoughts on Roach's comments? Would y'all? I wish I'd have seen that. I wish I'd have seen that. See, this was a spontaneous interview. Usually your question's supposed to go on the members thing. So, man, that was a good question, though, because, you know. Even though he doesn't know, technically, Rico asked that question, was there anyone? Was there a list? And he said he doesn't know about any other fights. So, but his thoughts on whether Roach is qualified to move up and face his son at welterweight would have been interesting. That would have been interesting to hear what he would have had to say about how that potential fight would have played out, because Roach would be moving up so many divisions. Lake County, $2 more. B got that South Carolina Southern draw, unlike Senior. Troll Beta, $20. Sweden, the ghetto voice. How'd we get ghetto? Casual, because he was talking about baby moms. You're a fucking hater. Literally, you're a hater. I mean, your name is Troll Beta, you fucking troll. Casual Jerry, $2.
That was really good.
Ness sending two-tone to bug Brian Norman's gym. Why two-tone?
Tone's a Devin Haney hater. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Hey, that's the last super chat though. We out. Ness GTO, Instagram and Twitter. We back at it tomorrow morning. Hope y'all appreciated the interview. Make sure you share it and tell people where to watch it. We back at it mañana. Rico, where can they find you?
_ReIKO_boxing on Twitter. Instagram is BNB_IKO_boxing, and the Boxing Voice as well. So God bless everybody. Take care. I wish you health and wealth and everything else, especially you, Naz.